All right, come back here. Could you give us a start back here? Sorry about that there. We're back here on the pregame show for those that are just tuning in. What are our keys defensively for the Hinton Comets this evening?
So defensively, we're looking to continue to be physical and tough, hit people hard, knock them in the mouth, make them not want to get back up and come back at us. And, I was with these guys in the weight room all summer, and they were pumping iron just like anybody else in the state and getting after it. And I really feel like we've got the size, the athleticism, the strength to do that. As far as Merritt goes, they've got number 2, their receiver. He's unreal. He's athletic, he's shifty, he can catch the ball, make moves out of the backfield and in the middle of the field. We really need to watch him. Their quarterback can scramble, need to contain him. They're going to be in the spread most of the night, so they're going to spread it out, try and get those 2 guys involved as much as they can and go from there. And we just need to contain, stay fundamental, and know our assignments and guard them and stuff like that, and we should be all right.
Yeah, and of course, one of those names you mentioned, number 2, Caleb Compton. We watched him play last year. Plays a DB, plays outside wide receiver on offensively. He's just one of those athletic, quick. He's a junior this year, fast, athletic, explosive. They can put him anywhere on the field, and he's going to be able to make plays. That's the guy defensively that the Hinton Comets going to have to watch tonight. He can play both sides of the ball, just an explosive athlete. So, and of course, we're going to go down here this first game of the season. So, I really like to go down the roster here, kind of get to know the names of your Hinton Comets. So, of course, it's led by number 1, Levi Taylor. Levi's a senior. He's been playing starting quarterback now for about 3 years, and he's just the leader of the football team, plays quarterback position. We're actually going to take a quick moment here as we cut to prayer.
Heavenly Father, we are joined here today on the athletic field to ask for your help, your aid, to protect the players as they play and compete. Heavenly Father, we ask that you be with the coaches and with the fans, that we keep a right attitude and have a right sportsmanship that's reflected of you. We thank you for this opportunity, and we pray that no one is injured in tonight's contest. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 Please remain standing as the Pride of Hinton performs the national anthem.
All right, so we will cut back to you for the start of the kickoff here in just a few moments, right here on Hinton Comets.tv. This has been your post-game or your pre-game show.
2 words: cashback. 2 more words: you're welcome. Remember that jar in your dresser where you would throw your loose change at the end of the day? Then occasionally, you take the jar to the bank to have it counted and enjoy a bit of a surprise to find there is more in there than you thought. That's Square One Banking, the account with a virtual money jar, and it's offered exclusively by Legacy Bank.
The industry.
Christianity is about walking by faith, living with hope, and sharing our love. And the greatest of these is love. We love God, our neighbors, and one another, and we would be delighted for you to come share the love of God with us at the Hinton Church of Christ, 307 South Spencer in Hinton, Oklahoma. Join us on Sundays for Bible classes for all ages at 9 a.m., worship at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., and midweek Bible study on Wednesdays at 7 p.m.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of...
All right, welcome back here to the pregame show. Just kind of showing you a little action from the Hinton Comets Marching Band led by the direction of Misty Hickman, the band director. Of course, up there on the podium is Joy Humphrey. She's a senior this year. Just want to give her a little shout out. She does choir and band. She's an awesome student, has a bright future, and she's a senior this year for our Hinton Comets. So while we kind of do a little pregame festivals here, get ready to make our spirit line here in just a moment. Kind of going to go through our roster just a little bit, kind of give everybody a picture of who your Hinton Comets are this year, what number they're wearing, and, of course, what grade they're in, so you can follow along throughout the season here on HintonComets.tv. Of course, as we said, number 1, Levi Taylor, your senior, your starting quarterback, your leader of the team. Number 4, Hunter Helms. He's a junior this year. And Jake Wright, number 5. He'll play the running back spot, linebacker on defense. He's in 11th grade. Chris Douglas, playing tight end position and linebacker. He's a sophomore this year. Colton Helms, number 8, wide receiver DB. He's a sophomore. Number 9, Roderick Sowers, of course, playing wide receiver and DB. He is a junior this year. Braden Strong, number 10, wide receiver DB, and he's a senior this year. Jack Brookshire, he is a tight end linebacker, and he is a senior this year. Dakota Dollenberg, playing the fullback and linebacker position. He's number 14. He's a freshman this year. Juan Garcia, of course, a freshman this year, and he's going to be playing running back and D-back. Trevor Robin, number 21. He is a junior this year. He'll be playing running back and defensive back. Number 22, Clifton Craighead, playing running back, D-back, and he is a junior this year. Peyton Cotter, he is a wide receiver defensive back. He's a freshman this year. Number 28, Dylan Ingram, wide receiver DB. He's a senior. Number 33, Cameron Walker, quarterback. He'll be QB2, QB3, defensive back. He is just a freshman this year, so that is expected. Number 4, Graydon DeVinny. He is a sophomore this year, running back, linebacker, and he'll be one of those to kind of move around, try him in different spots. Good athlete. Number 44, Preston Owens, tight end linebacker. He is a sophomore. Alexis Valdespino, of course, offensive line, defensive line, big playmaker for the Hinton Comets last year. He's a senior this year. Going to be good to seeing him getting back to action for the Hinton Comets. Bo Brookshire, number 52. He's a freshman this year. Really kind of building up some size, building up some muscle. We expect to see him in the near future for the Hinton Comets. He plays on the offensive and defensive line. Number 55, Buddy Garza, offensive line, defensive line. He'll play in the trenches. He is a sophomore. Tegan White, offensive line, defensive line. He is a sophomore, number 64. Jacob Bonnywell, number 65, of course. He's seen a little bit of action. Probably expect to see a little more from him this year as well. He's a sophomore. Miguel Leva, he is offensive line, defensive line. So we're getting up in the numbers here. These boys all play on the offensive and defensive line, of course. Number 67, Miguel Leva. Number 68, Thomas Strawther. He's a senior, and I tell you what, he's a guy that we said his name a lot last year. He is quite the playmaker. He's another one the Hinton Comets is going to be very dependent on to make plays and get stops on both sides of the ball. Emilio Gonzalez, number 70. Darian Wandry, number 72. Diego Gonzalez, number 74. Zach Huxell, number 75. Ryan Lytle, number 77, who I believe is also going to be their extra point man this year and their kicker in some facets of the game. So saw him doing that last week. And so he's going to get action on both sides of the ball, more than likely, as well as maybe on the kicking team as well. Number 80 is Andrew Farrell. Number 85, Tyrone. And rounding it off, Kyson Pinnell. And it's a freshman. So, again, coaches led by head coach Grant Potter, John Wofford, Jim Gaither, working with the receivers, Coach John McCray, and then Alan Birch to cap it off. Athletic director, of course, got to give a shout out to Jarrett Holman, who's also the softball coach this year, who's also the principal this year, who's also the sound guy, who's also the Squirtle guy, who's also the pretty much everything guy, the concession guy. They should just put the man on there because
we should change his name to Jack of all trades.
Yes.
Because he handles all of it very well.
Yeah.
His tail off for it, too.
Absolutely. And, of course, who oversees everything that we do here in the land of the Comets, Marcy Derryberry, who's our school superintendent, who is just an awesome leader. And she will actually be here at halftime. We're going to have a halftime show this year. We did a little of that, previewed some of that last season, so we'll be back at that this year. She'll be popping up for the halftime show to do some questions with us, a little Q&A. And, of course, this year, a new facet of our game, something we're adding to our broadcast. We got the post-game show, and that's going to be with Coach Grant Potter. So we hope for a big win so we can have an awesome post-game show. That's what we're expecting for our Comets. So, again, lots of new features this year. For those that are watching, you got lots of new things, lots of exciting bugs, new features, things to work with. So we're excited here. So as they make their spirit line down here, we're going to kind of cut it off for just a moment and let you guys watch a little bit of downfield action.
All right, Hinton, America, it's game number 1. Get up on your feet. Let's make some noise for our boys, your Hinton Comets!
call. It's still a pretty good atmosphere at the college.
All right, let's take the action downfield here. Kicking off for the Hinton Comets, number 77, Ryan Lytle. And we got a pair back for the Oilers, 2 back to receive. And the kick is up and clean. This season is underway. That's fielded by Riley Herndon, who's going to take it, run it up the middle there, finds a gap, finds a hole, makes one man miss. Tackle brought down by number 10, Braden Strong, on the 26-yard line. That's where we'll begin our first series.
Great open field tackle by Braden right there. Great kick by Ryan to get us started. Good coverage by the Comets right there.
And again here, kind of panning down there. I see number 11, Jack Brookshire. You got 77, Ryan Lytle. Number 68, Thomas Strother. Number 70, Emilio Gonzalez. And then playing out there, of course, Zach Huxell. So, you got a lot of upperclassmen there. It's a big defensive line. So, got some size. We're going to see that on display for this first drive here. 4 down linemen, 3 back, set. Hands off up the middle, plugged.
Wow. Couldn't ask for a better job tackling right there. The lineman just got a good push up front and hammered him.
By number 70, Emilio Gonzalez.
And like you said, you can't really ask for anything better there, kind of just winning right up front. And that's one of the things they're going to do. They're going to test you early. They're going to see if they can't do halfback dives, do power runs up the middle. And, if you could take that facet of their game away, you're going to force them outside, which they do play a lot of spread. As you see right now, they got a 3-by-1, trips left, set, shotgun set, looks right, back to number 2, who's brought down, fighting for it. He's got Jack Brookshire in there, and they're going to bring him down for a loss.
So as I'm watching,
brought down by Braden Strong.
Braden gets up there and presses him real quick. I think when you see that isolation there, you're going to see Braden press up on the line really quick on number 2 right there. Anytime he's isolated on his own, that's great coverage, great tackle by Braden.
Absolutely, and of course, the coach's favorite position here, 3rd and long. If you're one way you're gonna win the battle here is you got to get yourself in 2nd and long, 3rd and long, and so looking at about 3rd and 12, maybe 3rd and 13. So this is going to force them more than likely to pass here on this down. So, and they're gonna have to hurry here. They may have to take a timeout as that clock's at 4, unless our 40-second clock is off, which it may be.
I'd say yeah.
And we're gonna get a timeout here early. So yeah. And so,
that's their first time out of the half.
Yes, we're taking our first time out here again. Of course, not much more you could ask for on the first drive defensively here for the Comets. So
you can tell early that the Oilers are looking to get the ball to number 2. You're going to see a lot of that dive action. You're going to see that quarterback probably start to pull that later down. It'll be a read option situation where if he sees the end stay down, then he's going to pull it. If the end comes upfield, he's going to hand it off to the running back. So.
Absolutely. So just for those of you that are tuning up here, we are right in the first quarter, 10-27. Score zip. Hinton Comets have yet to have the ball offensively. This is the first drive for the Merritt Oilers. So Comets looking to get a big defensive stand here on the first drive of the game as they're facing a 3rd and 14.
14 for your Comets. Let's make some noise.
And so coming out of the first timeout, it was taken by the Oilers. We got a shotgun set 2-by-2, or excuse me, pistol formation 2-by-2. Set, snap. Steps back, flicks it, has some open space. Number 13, stiff arms 1, brought down by Braden Strong.
They get the first down. Doesn't look like they're going to have it.
It's going to be close.
I'll tell you what, Braden got blocked all the way out of bounds right here and then snuck back in to make the tackle. That's a great tackle.
And the far side official, based on what I saw with the far side official, looked like he was about a step in front of that yard marker, so that's enough for a new set of downs.
I tell you what, Coach Potter is not very happy. Braden got blocked all the way out of bounds and then had to come back in. That's got to be a blocker downfield or what. I'm not sure exactly what that penalty is, but that's got to be a penalty of some kind.
Yeah, you stepping out of bounds and then back in. Yes, that generally would be a penalty here. They're going to go back, similar trips left. Gets it out to their playmaker number 2, who has a block and gets brought down. Good gain there of 8 on the play.
Pass complete to number 2.
That's the number 2, Caleb Compton again.
Yeah. Brought down by number 77, Ryan Lytle.
And so again, one thing I'm noticing is, some teams we play, they're going to run that real fast up tempo. They're kind of letting that, they're letting the clock run a little bit here. They're kind of biding their time, getting their circle, put things together, not running that up tempo, and just kind of running something smooth here. And as it looks like they're going to give them a test a little bit with the passing game here early on. Pistol formation. One receiver out to both ends. Snap, looks right, flicks it out, tries to find number 2. Good pass there, but incomplete.
So that's a good pass by them. As you're seeing, we're starting to get a little bit of pressure up front. That's going to be the best way to shut down their passing game, I think, is to get some pressure up front because they're going to run so much quick stuff, and we're really not trying to give up anything over top here.
And again, we're looking at a 3rd and 2. So again, last time they ran the ball, not much success, but this is one of those spots, 3rd and 2. Not saying it's guaranteed what they're going to do, but this is one of those first drive. You'd like to show that you can run the ball, and we also didn't. I don't know if we mentioned before in the pregame they did some sweep plays, and so some things to get horizontal and not to look like as they're going to keep at that time finds a gap and.
See where the spot is here.
Stop short of the line to gain of 1. 4th down, 1 yard for the Oilers.
That's a great stop for the Comets right there. Great stop.
It's
got good pressure.
Loud, Comet fans.
And they're going to go for it quick here. Up tempo, 4th and 1. Statement here. Look like we got a little false. Yeah, ball's on the ground. He's going to be brought down. Jack Brookshire gets outside by Jake Wright.
Great tackle by Jake Wright.
Number 11 stopped him short of the first down.
That is a great job of capitalizing on a mistake by the Oilers right there, a botched snap. And Jake Wright makes a great play, gets the quarterback down. Great way to swarm to the ball for the Comets.
And I tell you what, I was a little bit concerned. I saw some movement on the interior of the line. Looked like either they false started or maybe we had jumped off sides and didn't. No call in the middle there. And to the benefit of the Comets, as they will receive the ball in good starting position here on the 42-yard line. For their first offensive series here. Snap. It's a keeper by Levi Taylor, number 1, their quarterback, who drops the shoulder muscles forward for a gain of 4.
Great push up front right there. It's a little good 4 or 5 yard run by the Comets. We had 2 fullbacks basically is what I would call them. I guess an up back is what he had. He had 2 of them sitting up there ready to block, and that's hard nosed like you were talking about earlier before the game.
Absolutely. And again, Comets, that same kind of team. They don't run up tempo a whole lot. They want to chew the clock.
5 yards to go from the 38-yard line.
They want to chew the clock. They want to control time of possession. Win on that and win in that area of the game. And if they get, especially if they get a lead here early, they're going to set the tempo, set the pace of the game. Bouncing outside. Down Jake Wright for a gain of maybe 2 on the play, so 3rd and manageable here for the Comets.
Number 5, Jake Wright.
That's just a simple little outside kind of off tackle run right there to the left side there. That's a good 3-yard gain. Very manageable 3rd down here.
Absolutely, and again, we have yet, of course, first drive here. Of course, Comets a run-heavy team, not something you see in the pass game. They did have some of the pass game work. You got Levi Taylor, senior quarterback, knows what he's doing, has some pretty good accuracy at times. So if they want to elect to try something over the middle, they could do that, maybe a seam route or something here, or if they want to run it. And that's exactly what they're going to do is they go forward here with Jake Wright. But he's plugged up, and I don't think that's going to be enough for a first.
Really, the Oilers got a good push up front, got good penetration. The Comets got to do a better job of getting a push up front right there on a 3rd down situation right there, short yardage.
And so again, last possession we had go for it on 4th and 1. So Comets they're in favorable position here and sitting at about 2, maybe 3 yards to go, showing 4th down and 3rd with just under 7 minutes left to go. For those who are just joining us, of course, score is 0-0. It's the first drive for the Hinton Comets. Under 7 minutes and 4th down and about 3. So here we go. We'll see if they can muscle it forward. Levi Taylor grabs it, tries to find a block, finds one, hold the left side, falls forward, down on the 30-yard line and enough for a first down.
I tell you, the last 2 yards right there were all Levi. We got a good push up front. He gets the first 2 yards, then Levi just bulls through 2 or 3 guys right there to finish off a great run for the Comets.
And I tell you what, the patience, the vision there, because the play wasn't there initially, but his ability to kind of sift through it, find a gap, and you know how many yards you need. You don't need 10 yards. You just get what you need and get down.
Get to the stick and make a move.
Absolutely. So fresh set of downs for the Hinton Comets. Set, snap, hands off. Jake Wright finds a gap. He's got some space. If he can make one man miss, cuts back inside and down for a gain of 4.
I tell you, so they went a little
Number 5, Jake Wright on the carry,
weak
gain of
run
4.
right there to the weak side, and it
Brings
worked
up
out really
second
well.
down,
They had a
6
hole right
yards
there.
to
He
gain.
almost busted that thing.
And I see Jake Wright, for those who have not watched, Jake Wright, not only just a phenomenal athlete, but he is a hard hitter. I'm telling you, you do not want to run into that man. If he lowers his helmet, drops his shoulder pads, like, you're going to get lit up. So if he gets any space and can pick up some speed, you're going to see a big play from Jake Wright. So again, as you say, really bunching along, heavy sets along the offensive line here. Snap, carries it to the left, got some space, big hole there. Yep, as you said, a counter down. That's plenty enough for the first down, Comets.
Beautiful design to run for the Comets right there. Once again, great patience by Levi Taylor and just finishing off the run. I'm telling you, these Oilers, they better come ready because these Comets are coming to hit people today.
And 5:37 here, Comets methodically moving the ball. Really only one down. They've struggled so far. They've had their way so far in the running game. It's a good sign on the opening drive. As your goals are always, you got a certain set of plays that you've prepared and practiced for ahead of time. You know, your first 10, 15 plays, you know what they're going to be. So it's just a matter of going out and executing. So sort of a pistol look here, heavy on left side, hands off. Up the middle, that's Graydon DeVinny with the ball, who's fighting forward there, and he'll fall down and get a gain of about 4 on the first down play.
That's our first taste of Graydon right there. Graydon, another big physical guy, young guy, man. He's got young legs. That guy's he's gonna make a hand for sure this year. He's gonna help the Comets out a lot. If we can keep getting a push right here, we should be able to punch this thing in.
Yep, and making a. Looks like they're going to shift. Look and see what they do with Graydon DeVinny here. They may keep him in at tailback, or they may move him. Okay, they're going to move him out wide.
Yep.
So we got Roderick Sowers, Braden Strong out wide alongside Graydon DeVinny. And yeah, Graydon's kind of playing in that. He's kind of playing in that little spot there as he runs out to wide, cuts back inside, finds the gap, touchdown! Comets!
Well, I tell you, Mr. Allen, you couldn't have described at the pregame a better first drive of what the Comets are about. Just hard-nosed, getting downhill, letting you know we're coming. Didn't even throw a pass that possession and ran it all the way into the end zone.
Yep. And, of course, a familiar face, Levi Taylor, something he did a lot of last year, and that's how you start the season right there.
Yes, sir.
Making a statement. So Ryan Lytle back to kick the extra point for the Hinton Comets to try to put them up 7-0 here early in the first quarter.
Is that Braden holding?
Yes, Braden Strong is the placeholder. Snap. It's clean. Kick is up. And it's good!
Number 77, Ryan Lytle. The kick is good.
And so your Hinton Comets get up here early on the board, 7-0 with 4:34 remaining in the first. We'll be right back here in just a moment on Hinton Comets Top TV for more action here as the Comets facing off against the Oilers on a Friday night football.
Potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Stream with Pioneer iVideo and more. Live, recorded, on demand, all in HD. Easily find and watch your favorite shows and movies. Anywhere, on any device, perfect for the entire family. And easy to use. Enjoy Pioneer iVideo today.
All right, I want to welcome you back here as the Comets' first offensive possession of the game ends in a touchdown, brought to you, of course, by Levi Taylor, senior quarterback, who runs it to the right side in easily. Put them up 7-0, 4:34 here in the first. For those who are on the broadcast, I want to thank everybody here on HitComets.tv, of course, powered by Squirtle. And so, again, set back to kick, Ryan Lytle doing the kicking duties for the Comets this evening. And the kick is up. It's clean. Sails that one back, fielded by number 20, Xavier Murillo, who's going to run out, has to make one man miss, a diving tackle there. Good job catching that back. Looks like by Jake Wright, and I believe that's Chris Douglas, number 7.
That's a 23-yard line. First down, Oilers.
That's a great job by the Comets, just being able to cover the kick. You know, you're okay with one tackle being broke if it's a good job of at least slowing the guy up and then giving everybody else a chance to swarm to the ball and finish the tackle.
All right, and so again, just kind of remind everybody who just joined in, last possession here offensively for Merritt. Ended in, of course, a stop on 4th down and short. Had a little interior move on there. No call, of course. Rolls out right. And Comets really make a good statement here on the opening drive. Get good field position, of course, turn that into 7, excuse me. So handoff here. And he's met there. That's number 70 for the Comets, Emilio Gonzalez.
Tackle made by number 70, Milo Gonzalez, for a loss.
So they tried to do a little outside run right there, and the Comets were able to really sniff it out. Milo did a great job getting upfield and containing and making a play. I feel like we're going to be saying his name all year.
Loss of 4 back to the 18. 2nd down, 14, Oilers.
All right, and again, as we talk about long position here, 2nd down and 14 as they lost 4 on the play. 2-by-2 set, pistol formation, snap, rolls out right, has some space. He's going to pass it, goes for number 2, gets his hands inside there, batted down. Number 9, Roderick Sowers.
Pass broken up by number 9, Roderick Sowers.
So the quarterback was allowed to roll out right there, and I was really worried about him taking off and running.
3rd and 14, make some noise.
But he decided to go ahead and make the pass, and Roderick just did a great job of covering up, just all over him. And great defensive possession so far for the Comets. Let's see if they can go ahead and finish it off.
Absolutely here, and again, that favorable position, 3rd and 14, about the same position they were in last time. Of course, kind of gave up a play to get down to 4th and short, so more than likely I'd expect them to be passing as they got the same look offensively here, a 2-by-2 pistol formation. Snap, flicks that ball out quick up in the middle and brought down real quickly, number 5, Jake Wright. And there's that hard hitting we're talking about.
Pass complete to the 20-yard line, brought down on 3rd down by number 5, Jake Wright.
So the Oilers had some success earlier with some screen plays, and little tunnel screens and stuff like that, and Jake did a great job of staying home right there, seeing where the running back was, and as he came out of the backfield, made a great tackle, open field tackle. Let's see if we can get a good punt return here.
Again, punting from the 20-yard line. Punt tips off. He's going to have to get in there. Is they going to swarm around him and see if they can get him down? They do! It's a pair of tackles. And a big special teams play there on 4th down as Comets going to have an awesome,
big tackle in the backfield.
awesome field position here on their second offensive drive.
So another great job of the Comets just
start on the 6-yard line.
The Comets just taking advantage of a mistake by the Oilers, and now we have just unbelievable field position right here. We're on the 6-yard line, and let's see if the Comets can get another couple runs in here and go ahead and punch this thing in for another early touchdown.
So, folks, you heard it at home. This drive is starting on the 6-yard line. Comets leading 7-zip, looking to put this one up by 2 scores with 3:03 here in the first quarter. So, as they break from the huddle, I'm not the head coach, but I'd say I'd go back and do a little the same as you did that last drive. Just continue your power run. Don't try to fix what ain't broke.
I agree with you on that. Looks like we're going to have a
That's
little timeout here.
The Oilers, their 2nd of the half.
All right, so, here, we're going to stay right here with you on HintComets.tv. Just got something to note here. That's the second timeout.
That's a timeout by the Hinton Comets.
Okay, so,
first of the half.
And that makes a little bit more sense as both teams are taking their first time out here. So, again, a lot to like. What kind of sticks out to you so far in this game for the Hinton Comets and the Oilers?
So what I've noticed already is we were able to make adjustments from the first possession to the second possession on defense. The first possession, we were giving up some short stuff underneath and stuff like that, and weren't getting very much pressure up front. It seems like maybe Coach Wofford, Coach Gaither, or Coach Potter was able to light a fire under our defensive line, and they're just all over the quarterback that second possession, and not giving them any room to breathe, really not giving them any room to run. And on the offensive side, just the hard nose that we talked about, Levi Taylor, Graydon DeVinny, and Jake Wright just getting straight downhill. You'd like to think that down the road we might be able to open up some things on the outside as far as some quick screens, some quick hit passes, stuff like that, just for the sole fact everybody's going to have to load the box to stop us.
And, to kind of point out, those who have been watching Comet football for a while, we've had this size for several years, but we haven't always had the speed, intensity, and athleticism to match.
Fans, it's 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Make some noise and let them hear you over at the fairgrounds.
But this year, the last couple of years, we have that athleticism to match the speed, and you mentioned the defensive line. We're just absolutely seeing that. So, bringing it down here on the field, 6-yard line, Comets 1st and goal. That's Graydon DeVinny back with Levi Taylor. Loaded up on the left side. Handoff. Cuts inside. Let's see if he can power forward. He's going to fight. Just a yard short by the looks of it.
Run by number 21, Trevor Rodman, to the 1 7-foot yard line.
Was that Trevor or was that?
Either
way, that's a really good run right there. Great first and goal run from the 6. Anytime you can cut down yards on that first down and get downhill and really get close to the goal line, it's great. Great push up front by the O-line.
Yeah,
also.
sorry, I got to make a correction there. It was Trevor Rodman.
Okay,
I may have said Great and Vinny. Number 21, Trevor Rodman. So, who again is back with the Hinton Comets this year. So, yep.
2nd and goal from the 1.
So, apologies up in the booth. Every once in a while, you know. So, and he stays back here, rings it in, easily powered in.
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Comets!
Comets! Quarterback keeper by number 1, Levi Taylor.
And that's a second for Levi Taylor.
So the Comets kind of got up to the line a little bit quicker that time. I think they might have caught the Oilers off a little not ready for that quick snap, and Levi was able to go right behind our left guard, it seemed like, and get right in. I think that's Milo, right behind Milo, and let him in there and got a touchdown, and Comets are up 2.
All right, and back to kick the extra point once again, Ryan Lytle. See if they can put them up 14-zip. It's clean. Kick is up, and it is good.
Kick is good by number 77, Ryan Lytle.
And so that'll put your Comets up 14-zip with 2:15 remaining in the first. We will be right back here in just a moment for more action right here on HintonComets.tv.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend.
All right, quick break in the action here. I want to welcome you back. If you're just joining us here, 2:15 remaining in the first. Comets lead the Merritt Oilers 14-zip. Number 3, Riley Herndon back to receive the kick. Of course, kicking off for the Hinton Comets, number 77, Ryan Lytle. And we're underway here. Getting it back in the action here. Clean kick, takes a bounce, fielded. He's going to run this one out, of course. Turns upfield, met there by Jack Brookshire. And wanted to get up and see who joined Jack Brookshire on that assisted tackle.
Number 11, Jack
Looks
Brookshire.
like Jacob Bonnewell.
65
Bonnewell
was
in
in
the
on
house.
that, Jacob Bonnewell.
And
First down, Oilers from the 26-yard line.
And we talked earlier about Bonnewell. You said in the pregame you're gonna see his name heard a lot more, and that's another guy. Just he works his tail off in the weight room over the summer, and just a real feel-good story. Anytime he gets something done, it's good to see him make some progress and become a force for the Comets.
And again, similar look here for the Oilers. Pistol formation, 2x2. Snap. Handoff this time. Finds a gap. Has to make one man miss. Doesn't as Jack Brookshire wraps up for the tackle.
Stopped by number 11, Jack Brookshire, for a gain of 1 yard.
So the Oilers got a decent hole right there, and Jack managed to fill it. And just a great job as a linebacker of filling a gap, getting your nose in front of the ball the ball carrier and bringing him down. Great tackle, great open field tackle by Jack Brookshire.
And again, second and long. Something we're saying a lot of this, not short downfield position. To me, that's one of the top keys.
Yes,
you get them in long and force them to have to pass the ball, make them one-dimensional. And so again, going back, this time 2x1, still pistol formation. They got, looks like an extra along the line. Looked like somebody got started a little early there. No flag on the play as they let the boys play a little this evening.
Riley Herndon on the carry for a gain of 1 yard.
Another great defensive stop.
Tackled by Hunter Helms, number 4, and number 75, Zach Huxell.
It's the first time we've
It's
heard Hunter's
third
name.
down and 8.
Great tackle by Hunter. I'm anxious to see
Let's
right
make
here.
some noise, Comet fans.
I'm anxious to see if the Oilers are going to come out and pass right here, maybe try and do some misdirection, maybe a little fake jet, and then throw a little screen pass, something like that. I'm anxious to see what they have right here.
Yeah, we saw kind of one with that little jet, kind of sweep action there, but that's been about it so far as they play a lot in the spread. This time he's going to keep it. We'll see if he passes. He's going to hold on to it.
play.
Has to make a man miss. Goose inside of a tackle by that Jake Wright, number 5.
Big hit
Good.
by Jake Wright. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
I tell you what, Jake Wright is a man on a mission tonight. Anybody getting outside, he is laying out.
Told you, we called him last year. He probably has no idea. We called him the Manimal last year just because he just plays insane psycho on the field. And, man, when he connects, you are going down. There's no other way to put it. You are going to the ground.
Looks like we got a substitution here, number 7.
And they may let this one play out here as we got 5 seconds remaining in the quarter, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So you're hitting Comets. Absolutely one heck of a first quarter, leading 14-zip. We'll be right back with you here just a moment on HintonComets.tv.
And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current model.
All right, I want to welcome you guys back here to the action. Ready for the start of the 4th down and 4 here as we're just getting the second quarter underway.
Is that the 35 that they're on?
Looks like at the 35-yard line, yep. As we get another break here, waved by the official. We'll get another timeout call. This is the second one taken by the Hinton Comets. So we're going to stay right here live on HintonComets.tv. So, coach, you being a coach yourself, you've seen a lot of games here, seen a lot of action. What do we look like in this situation? What's the approach as you kind of break into the huddle on the timeout here?
So Coach Potter took a timeout right there. I'm guessing he didn't like what he saw. Maybe he was expecting something and threw a certain amount of linemen out there, wanted more DBs out there, certain situations there. Maybe they kind of looked like a little spread look right there. I'm thinking you're going to see maybe like they've had success with the tunnel screens and short stuff. They like to run a lot of flood action, which would be a lot of out routes and sevens towards the corner and stuff like that. I'm anxious to see if they'll try and go over the middle right here. Maybe they got to get – I would think they're going to get – is it Compton? Is that number 2's name?
Yes.
I feel like they're going to try and get Compton involved right here. This could be a game-changing stop right here for the Comets. I really feel like if they were to get a stop right here, go down and get another score, it's a long ways for the Oilers to come back from that situation.
Absolutely, and a team that can chew clock and really play their style of football up by 3 scores, it's going to be hard to come back from. And again, you talk about this being a big play. You're looking at the field position here. You're going to put, just a very big opportunity here. If you don't convert this 4th down, you're going to put the Comets in another very favorable spot when they get the ball back on offense. So again, trips left, pistol formation. I don't think you're going to be too far off of what they're doing. Maybe a little screen here or a quick pass out and get the blocking downfield. They get the ball out quick here. Oh, intercepted Roderick Stowers. He's going to take that one. He's got to make one man miss. He does to the 5. Touchdown! Comets!
House call, baby. House call by Roderick Stowers.
Touchdown!
So, looked like the quarterback from the Oilers got a little rushed right there. He wasn't really expecting to get pressure that quick. He looks to throw it out there, and maybe just a little miscommunication between him and Compton. And what happens is a little tip off the ball right there, and Roderick just, Johnny on the spot, able to pick it and take it to the house for a house call for the Comets.
And again, showing off the speed. They only had one man to miss, but turns on the Jets and puts that in, and all of a sudden we are staring down a 3-score lead as Lytle puts up the extra point, and it is no good. So, 2 for 3 on extra. Good news is 2 for 3 on extra points. The better news is your Comets leading 20-0 here in the second quarter.
And honestly, 2 for 3 at the high school level is not that bad. Pretty good for the Comets kicking team right there.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a quick break in the action here. We'll be right back here in just a moment on HintonComets.tv.
Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
All right, breaking here back in the action. Just getting ready to get
underway. For the Oilers.
Ryan Lytle, of course, back to kick in. Back to kick. Received the kick. Number 3, Riley Herndon.
Ryan Lytle to kick off.
This is a kind of a pivotal kick right here. The Comets need to do a good job of covering and getting the returner down right here. It's always, after you get the momentum going, this could be a situation where it shifts.
And kind of squibbed there.
Little squib action.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of good. They're fielded by number 85.
I tell you what, that's a great decision by the Comets.
Tackle made by number 5, Jake Wright, and number 40, Grayton Deviney.
That was Ty Orton.
First down, Oilers at their own 38-yard line.
That's Ty Orton that fielded the squib, of course, and brought down by Jake Wright. So
the squib is a great decision right there because you've seen kind of some anxiousness by the kicking team there, and you've seen the receiving team able to break a couple tackles. If they break one more in any of those situations, they could be going for 6. Why not stay safe and continue to trust in your defense?
So again, here offensively, I'm thinking is they're in a 2x2 pistol. You might have to run some up tempo here. You got to get something going here because, again, right there, met by ball's out,
loose,
falling on it. And it's Comets ball, number 70, Milo Gonzalez.
Number 70, Milo Gonzalez.
And another turnover for your Hinton Comets on 2 plays.
First down, Comets.
Did Milo strip that as well? I believe he stripped that ball as well. God, just a confidence killer for the Oilers. You come out and you give up the interception touchdown and you think, man, let's get something going, hand it off right here, something safe, and then sure enough, the Comets swarm to the ball, and Milo's able to reach in, swipe it out, and recover himself. Like I said earlier, going to call that guy's name a lot this year.
Absolutely.
First down, Comets at the 35-yard line.
Something we didn't really talk about in the pregame, winning the turnover battle. Every coach will tell you want to win the turnover battle. That's a big key there. Is we might have a little false start from the Comets on the left side.
On the play.
That may be on Milo Gonzalez.
False start, 5 yards, offense.
But you know what? You get a turnover
from the 40-yard line.
You're excited,
You're
right?
allowed one penalty.
You're allowed it, Coach Coach ain't gonna allow it, but up here in the booth, hey, you just got a turnover. We're good.
And really, that's only one penalty for us in the first quarter.
It's the first of the game.
And change in seconds. It's not too bad at all.
I believe it's the first penalty called in the entire game.
I like it.
I do.
That's good TV.
I do too. All right, set back down here. Sort of a pistol look, heavy, loaded to the left. As he's going to follow his block there, Trevor Rodman lays a block. As he's brought down by number 2, Caleb Compton.
Quarterback keeper, gain of about 6, Levi Taylor.
For gain of 6 on the play.
Second down and 9.
So that was supposed to be an option read play right there. I'm guessing that maybe Trevor left a little bit early and didn't give Levi a chance to kind of run the fake out, or just a halfback lead right behind or quarterback lead right behind the halfback, and we're able to get a couple yards in there. Not the best run by the Comets, but a decent one at that.
Yeah, and you eat back your yards that you lost on the penalty, and so you're second and 10, second and 9-ish. Snap, handoff up the middle. Trevor Rodman there as he's met by a swarm of Oilers. Good stop. Something that we haven't said a whole lot of tonight. Good stop there in the interior by the Oilers.
Trevor Rodman for a loss of 1 yard. That's up 3rd and 11.
I don't know if somebody missed a block up front or if maybe they brought some more pressure on that side, maybe a linebacker shooting through and stuff like that. That's going to happen when you run the ball, 10 to 15, 20 times in one half. You're going to get stuffed every now and then, but that's okay. You got to keep at it and stick to your guns. Looking at a 3rd and 9 situation right here, we might see our first of passes for the game for the Comets.
Yeah, I would be looking over that, not trying to be look ahead again, but I'd look at number 10, Braden Strong, if they look to pass the ball, and there they go, going his way, and he makes completion there, spins out, battles forward there, brought down by a pair of Oilers, and not trying to be Tony Romo tonight, but
by number 10, Braden
just so happened that
30-yard line. That brings up 4th down and 5.
Just so happened that coach knows exactly who his playmakers are and who to get the ball in these situations, and Braden Strong is one of those guys.
And the other thing is the Oilers are 8 to 10 yards off the ball. I mean, a quick slant right there to make it a manageable 4th down. I mean, you're on the the Oilers side of the field, you're going to go for it on fourth down. You may as well make it manageable and then try and get something on fourth down. Don't go for the big dog if you don't need to.
And 4th down and 5. Pistol formation, and we got a little penalty here. I believe that's on the Comets.
Or they're pointing at I think that's an encroachment on the. I saw some movement in the middle.
That's
there.
where the line's pointing.
Yep, there we go. Yeah.
All right.
Penalty on the Oilers, 5-yard encroachment.
And it says 4th and 5. We'll have to see if that's.
Results of the penalty.
It is a 5-yard play, but are they going to be inches, or is that enough for the
it should
to
be
move
either
the sticks?
4th and inches or a first down. I believe that was the right tackle there. Right defensive tackle that jumped off sides. Levi changed up the cadence right there a little bit and was able to get a jump. 4th and short.
Yeah, so if we're looking at a 4th and short here, and again, for the Comets, this is exactly where you want to be. Again, this is usually, and I kind of looking at, we'll see who they have line back here. This is where you normally either hand the ball to Seth Spady, in this case Trevor Rodman, or you just do your quarterback keeper, your option play, whatever with Levi Taylor, and you need 1 yard. It looks like I guarantee that's probably what they're going to do. QB sneak it up the middle and just follow your center. Does, and just kind of rolls out the left. Gets knocked down by Jake Wright. Almost not enough there, as he got a little help from Jake Wright, but maybe a little earlier than he'd like it.
By Levi Taylor, number 1.
They may have to measure.
First down.
First down.
Comets!
So in the pre-play there, I'm sitting there watching. I'm seeing Roderick run off, and he's kind of thinking, am I supposed to be on? We don't have a receiver out here. And sure enough, there was no receiver out there. We went double tight, I believe, with a fullback and a running back, and that's just like that hard nose you're talking about. And Levi was able to just get enough. I think maybe Jake might have tripped him up, but Levi should have shot the gap. I'm not sure.
Yeah. All right, similar formation here, snap. He's going to pass. First pass of the game, Braden Strong has the edge. Good pass, touchdown, Comets! Wow.
Woohoo! Number 10, Braden Strong!
I tell you what,
Levi Taylor.
He had his corner beat, and all you needed was an executed throw, well-thrown ball from Levi Taylor, and that's exactly what you got.
Absolutely. We've been running it up the middle so much, they have to load the box. If not, we're going to take them downfield. And when you load the box, you're giving up things on the side, individual or one-on-one coverage. And right now the Comets wideouts are just better than what the Oilers have as far as cornerbacks go.
Extra point is good. 3 for 4 for Ryan Lytle.
Ryan Lytle, number 77.
As your Comets now lead 27-zip, and exactly. Just a go route. And we said in the pregame, Coach Potter told us they're going to be playing a lot of man press, and in those situations, one-on-one, a lot of times no safety over the top. You just got to beat your man, and once you do, it's all up to Levi Taylor. And again, you got a senior at the quarterback position. You expect him to be able to make those throws from time to time, and he absolutely shows you that he can. So, Comets here taking a 27-zip lead with 9:07 remaining in the second. We will be right back here in just a moment for some more action here on HintonComets.tv.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
2 words, cash back. 2 more words, you're welcome. Remember that jar in your dresser where you would throw your loose change at the end of the day? Then occasionally, you take the jar to the bank to have it counted. And
all right, I want to welcome you back here quickly as Ryan Lytle kicking off for the Hinton Comets. Course number 3, Riley Herndon back to receive for the Oilers. And keeps off clean, fielded by Herndon, who's going to run this one out to the right side. Tries to make one man miss, makes Jack Brookshire miss. Hunter Helms gets in there for a tackle with an assist by Levi Taylor. And
tackle made by
they'll start this one about the 26-yard line.
Right return by number 3, Riley Herndon, to the 27-yard line.
So the key here, I think, for the Comets on the defensive side as we near towards the middle of the second quarter is just to continue to wreak havoc in the backfield, contain guys on the outside, and I'm honestly getting a little bit worried about that quarterback maybe getting outside and making some plays. He's had a chance to break off a couple runs. He's thrown once and got an 8-yard gain, I believe, on the other one. So let's see if we can contain here.
And pistol formation, trips left, 3-by-1. Set, snap. Looks to pass, has space, finds his man, number 2, of course, Compton, and is brought down for a gain of about 4.
Pass complete to number 2, Caleb Compton, brought down by Braden Strong and Jake Wright.
In this situation,
gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6.
In this situation, being up so early like this, we are totally okay with giving up a 5-yard out route. We just have to continue to gang tackle, everybody get to the ball, and keep number 2 from getting outside and getting anything free.
And moving just a little bit quicker here than they had the past couple of drives to get right back at it. 3-by-1, moving right here. QB keeper, little option play, chooses to keep it. He's going to find a space here, one downfield block, and he's out of bounds at the 50-yard line. It's just an option play there, look like.
Quarterback keeper.
There was some late flags. We're going to have some action here on the sideline as it's getting chippy already.
Yeah.
And again, you get in this is what, Coach Potter, I'm sure, is thinking, you do not want to get involved in situations like this when you're up by 4 scores. One side's going to be a little bit bitter, and then we might get a little chippy. And
personal foul on the Comets, late hit out of bounds.
And they're fired. Our boys are fired up because why not? It's first opening game, first of the season here, so they're going to fire back a little bit. Of course, the Oilers are going to fire back, and you just want to avoid having any personal fouls. Anything gets you in trouble and gives them free yardage.
Not to be partial towards our boys, but I really feel like the officials need to do a better job of blowing the whistle louder.
First and 10 Oilers at the 40-yard line.
Making sure that the players know. There's so much action out there. It's hard to throw a late hit right there when there's so much action. It's loud and it's tough, man. These guys are out here battling.
All right, trips left. Going to roll out right here. Jack Brookshire tries to get a tackle there, just misses. He's going to run forward there to the right side. It's enough for a first down. As Oilers kind of starting to get some things moving finally here offensively.
Stepped out of bounds.
As I said earlier.
Brought out of bounds by number 5, Jake Wright. That sets up 2nd down, 2 yards to gain.
So what you're starting to see, like you said earlier, Nathan, they're going a little bit more up tempo, and they're starting to rely on their quarterback to create some things on the outside. We've got to do a better job of containing. Our ends can't come up the field too quick. They need to stay at home, make tackles. Linebackers got to fill gaps, and we should be okay. Look for something like that, similar again, maybe something between the quarterback and number 2. We got some soft pressure on number 2 right here. We'll see what happens.
All right, and snap. And handoff up the middle this time, met by a pair of Comets.
That's better.
Looks like number 77, Ryan Lytle.
Tackle made by number 5 and number 77.
And of course 5, Jake Wright. In on the assisted tackle.
Gain of 1 on the play. 3rd down, 1 yard.
And so I would imagine here, the way I would look at this is probably 4-down territory. You're down 4 scores. It's 3rd and short. You're on the opposite side of the field. This is going to be 4-down territory here. So just that kind of sets you up for what you're going to look. I would expect them to run the ball here and try to get those 2 yards. We haven't seen a whole lot of what we were talking about earlier. Not a whole lot of jet sweeps, things like that. So
some noise.
You might see something right that here
again,
just to get the ball in number 2's hands. Compton's hands right here.
Snap, rolls out
to the right.
Flicks it out, finds his man. This time actually finds number 3, Riley Herndon.
Yep.
A name that we've said on the kick returns.
Riley Herndon
gets in there. That's enough for the first.
By number 10, Braden Strong. That's enough for an Oilers first down.
So I could see the Oilers start to look towards Herndon a little bit because we're focusing so much attention on the scrambling of the quarterback and Compton's ability to get out and do some things. Look for Herndon maybe for the Oilers to start making some plays and start getting him the ball out in space. He's shifty and let's see if we can shut that down for the Comets.
And again, pistol formation. Man in motion here, number 2, and there you go. There's a little of that action. He rolls out to the left side, has to make one miss, and Trevor Rodman gets back in on the tackle.
Wow.
And then whistled down as he's joined in there by number 22, Clifton Craighead, whose name we're saying for the first time tonight.
Trevor Rodman for a loss on the play.
So right there, Milo was able to stretch that out a little bit, and then our
loss of 5, 2nd and 15.
Our defensive backs, Clifton Craighead and Trevor Rodman, were able to get in there and make a play. That's what you got to keep doing is string out those outside runs, make them go to the sideline more than down. Make them go sideways, not down, up and down.
And if you're just joining us here, of course, 6:26, your Comets leading 27-zip, as it shows there on the scoreboard here in the second quarter. Comets just rolling as the Oilers kind of building a little momentum for the first time, but sitting in second 15 as quarterback rolls out, makes one-man miss. He's going to fling it, finds number 8 in space, who's going to turn upfield. A little ball's out, and Trevor Rodman's on it. We'll see if they mark it down. They're showing it. That ball was, that the man was down. And I tell you what, that looked close. That ball looked like it was about out.
Number 8.
Possibly the ground causing the fumble type of situation, you know. But the official made a call, and that's what you got to go with.
Absolutely. And so in space, catching that was number 8, Taylor Frazier. Of course, Taylor Frazier, just a freshman, so one of the first time we've said his name tonight, kind of get out there making a play. So good job on them. They have some pretty good athletes that, you know, they can get the ball out to in space, can turn upfield and make some plays, and you see it right there.
You know, it's early in the season, Nathan, and guys maybe aren't in the best of shape yet, and they will get there down the road. But it's hard whenever you're scoring so quickly. It's hard for your defense to continue to stay out there and hold people down. And at this level, you're going to give up some plays like that. The key is keep them out of the end zone.
Yep. So we want to remind everybody here, of course, that 5:57 here, and it's a quick moving game. When we get to halftime, of course, going to have a halftime interview with Superintendent of Hinton Public Schools, Marcia Derryberry, so want everybody to tune in. That's going to be a good time. Of course, following the Hinton Comets, the conclusion of the game, we'll be having a post-game interview with the head coach, Grant Potter himself. Going to be a good time. So those of you here on HintonComets.tv, stick right along. Don't leave. Stay right at your screen because we're going to have a lot of action-packed night brought at you right here all evening long on HintonComets.tv. Of course, powered by Squirtle. So giving you a little look here forward on our schedule. Next Friday, the Hinton Comets will be traveling on the road. They got a pair of road games going up to Snyder. It's going to be September 2nd. That's next Friday at 7 p.m. And then, of course, the following weekend, they're going to be playing at Hennessy. It's going to be another road game, September 9th. Both those games start at 7 p.m. And then we come back at home after the 2-game road trip for a game against Carnegie. And that's going to be homecoming night. So come out and support. It's September 16th. And that game starts, as most of them do, at 7 p.m. for your Hinton Comets. So, again, if you're just joining us here, just taking a timeout, both teams, one timeout left here in the first half. So, you know, again, Comets, you know, you don't want to go into the tunnel with, you know, you don't get to take those timeouts with you into the tunnel. So, kind of nice to use them. Both teams have used them pretty responsibly. So, not a situation you're up by 4 scores where you're really going to have those to dead the clock. So,
and give your guys a break, man. Let them breathe. Get their minds back right. They've given up a couple plays right here. Let's see if we can contain on these next 3 or 4 plays and get a stop and get the ball back.
Looks like decides to keep it there. Brought in there. Got to tell you what, that was an awesome play by number 65, Jacob Bonniwell.
Yeah. The Comets needed to stop like that right there. They'd given up a couple plays here and there. The Comets needed that stop, as I said earlier, and great tackle by the D-line right there. They were able to shed some blocks, and after they shedded the blocks, they were able to get in there, get the guy down, keep him from breaking something 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yards, and continue to make this a long second down right here.
And again, like as you said, second long. Pistol formation, 2-by-1. Snap, looks right. See if he likes the pass, does flick it, has a man open in the end zone, tiptoes. Does he have enough for the completion? Did he get 2 feet in? He does. Touchdown, Oilers.
Pass complete
to number 2, Caleb Compton.
For an Oilers touchdown.
So what you're seeing out of the Oilers is a lot of rolling out to the right. That's obviously where their quarterback is strong, is throwing on his right side, and you're seeing a lot of that where he's rolling out to the right, and he's gotten loose a couple times, and it's got our defensive back staring at him and not necessarily sticking with our receivers as well, and maybe a little miscommunication right there. You know, that's a great pass, a great play by the receiver. You pat him on the back, move on, and get ready to play some offense.
And so Dawson Michael, apologies if I pronounce that wrong, back to kick the extra point. We got a flag on the play, as we might have had a man jump early. And it is on the Hinton Comets. And you can tell it was on the Hinton Comets because you can see them changing personnel, so they may be out there moving that in a little bit closer. Probably going to go for 2 here.
I would say they probably will. And not a bad decision. I mean, any way you can get closer in a deficit like this, you got to claw away, take what you can get, and hope that you can get stops on the defensive end.
And so, again, if you're just joining us here, 27-6 is the first points on the board for the Merritt Oilers as they go for 2 here following the penalty. And they're lined up spread, 2x2, pistol. Look like little early action there, but it doesn't matter. Brought in there by Jack Brookshire, number 11, for the tackle.
Did not make it.
And
short of the goal line.
Tell you, it looked like somebody. It looked like
by number 11, Jack Brookshire, number 75, Zach Huxall.
You know, looked like the back might have. You know, the back might have false started there, but you know what? They're letting them play this evening, and again, Zach Huxall, Jack Brookshire getting there, wrapping up, making a play.
So a couple things to look at on that last drive. You know, we get the late hit situation, whether or not that should have gone the other way or both ways, whatever, that doesn't matter. You've got to cut down your mistakes at this point as far as the penalties go. Those are small mistakes that you should be able to take care of. And if they can clean those up on the defensive end and get another score right here going into half, take up some time off the clock, get into halftime with a 3-4 touchdown lead, you're going to be right where you want to be as the Comets. But what you need to do right now is secure the ball, get the ball downfield, and try and get you another score and get in there with as much of a lead as you can.
Back to return the kick for your Hinton Comets, number 21.
And so, kind of just giving you a little recap so far. We had a first drive of the game. We had a touchdown run by number 1 Levi Taylor. Had another score by Levi Taylor. He's got 2 of the Comets touchdowns. Of course, had an interception by Roderick Sowers, number 9. Had a clean pick into the end zone. And then, of course, the pass to Braden Strong made by Levi Taylor. And so that's your 4. And then, of course, 3 of 4 for Ryan Lytle on extra points. So that's how you got your 27 points for the Comets. And first 6 just put on the board by the Oilers.
And I believe that pass was to Compton, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So a playmaker we talked about in the pregame, getting loose on 1 or 2 plays right there. And
had Compton, Herndon, and Frazier. It seemed like that's your 3 right now.
Yeah, for sure.
For the Oilers.
The freshman made a play earlier as well that we spoke about.
And so kind of a short squib kick there, going to be fielded by Jack Brookshire. He's going to muscle shoulder down and make some yards out of that down to the 50-yard line.
Jack Brookshire all the way to the 50-yard line.
That's a small statement made right there, but a good statement. You know, it shows that we're still going to get downhill on you, even though we've given up a touchdown right here. Jack, way to get the momentum going back in the Comets' way right there. They tried to get a little tricky and throw something at him, and most guys would have kneeled down right there. That might have been the safer play, but Jack was able to field it cleanly, get his head downhill, and go.
Comets.
Yeah, and I tell you what, if I'm, you know, again, coaching strategy here, I know just from watching them enough, what you're thinking here is you want this to be the last possession of the game if you can. You know, you want to try to chew up 3-4 minutes this clock with 5:04 remaining, and don't give them another possession of the ball if you can. As Trevor Rodman's going to break out to the left, but you know what, when you're chewing up big plays like that, what can you do, you know?
Big run by number 21, Trevor Rodman, 14 yards, and that's a Comet first down.
So you've been Tony Romo most of the game so far, but I thought you might have been wrong on that, talking about chewing up the clock. I thought Trevor might have broke that and gone to the house.
Oh, I tell you what. But I won't complain about that. That's,
not at all.
We'll take that every drive. And so, again, like I said, you got just kind of watching that clock, 16 seconds, chew up every second if you can. I wouldn't expect to see them snap the ball much before 5 seconds left on that clock. And, of course, Levi Taylor, veteran, he knows how to watch the clock and get a snap on time, snaps it with 5, so has some space here, a lot of room to run, and it's several yards downfield before he's finally met, but tell you what, he won't be brought down, he's fine, he wants the first down, Comets!
Still on his feet, quarterback Levi Taylor runs for a gain of 12, and that's another Comet first down!
Nathan, are we watching rugby or football right there?
I tell you what.
That was a scrum right there for the decades. That thing just kept going and going and going, man.
And you're up 27-6. You're about to go into halftime. It could be easy just take your foot off the gas, and the last 2 years we've stopped doing that.
Mm-hmm.
We've stopped taking our foot off the gas, and that's a kind of run right there that shows you we're not done. We're getting in the end zone before we get out of here the first half. So, again, they'll load them up here on the right side of the field. Sort of a pistol look, snap, hands off to Trevor Rodman, who makes a man, cuts out, so they're going to cut again out to the left side. He's going to have enough there for the first. And another first down for the Comets.
21, Trevor Rodman. And that's another Comets first down.
So Trevor's ability just to bounce that run and continue to get extra yards and chew up those yards as he goes that's just something you can't teach. And us being able to get him the ball on the outside is so pivotal for our offense. If we can continue to do that, man, our opponents down the road have got to be a little bit terrified.
Yeah, and so we're going to take a quick break here in the action. We'll be right back here on HintonComets.tv, 3:57 remaining. Your Comets leading 27-6.
enjoy a bit of a surprise to find there is more in there than you thought. That's Square One Banking, the account with a virtual money jar, and it's offered exclusively by Legacy Bank.
The industry.
Christianity is about walking by faith, living with hope, and sharing our love. And the greatest of these is love. We love God, our neighbors, and one another, and we would be delighted for you to come share the love of God with us at the Hinton Church of Christ, 307 South Spencer in Hinton, Oklahoma. Join us on Sundays for Bible classes for all ages at 9 a.m., worship at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., and midweek Bible study.
All right, here just breaking out of the timeout. Oilers just took their timeout, their final timeout of the half. Comets have one timeout remaining if they need to use it. 3:57. Comets leading 27-6. Excuse me, almost said zip. 27-6. The ball is on the 10-yard line here. Snap. Taylor's going to keep it. He's going to boulder forward there and falls down and gain of about 5 on the play.
Quarterback keeper, number 1, Levi Taylor. Gain of 4, second down from the 6-yard line.
Levi's showing a lot of athletic ability right there. That's a low snap. He's able to field that and continue to get his feet moving forward. People don't understand how difficult that actually is. I mean, there's a lot of times a low snap or a high snap. As we've seen on the Oilers side a couple times, snaps can go wrong. And when you have a sure-handed guy back there and taking those snaps and you're a running team like that, just makes it so much easier and so much more trusting you can be of your players.
Yep, and of course, keeping in mind full awareness of that clock, letting a little bit of it chew up just a bit before coming back to the line. Number 5, Jake Wright, back for the Comets. Pistol look, load him up on the right side, so look to see him run that way, and they do. Has a block, gets down on about the 2-yard line as they inch closer to that goal line.
Number 5, Jake Wright. Gain of a couple on the play. Brings up third down.
You know, a solid little 2-3 yard run right there. Continue to move the clock. Actually ended up being a 4-yard run, so very manageable third down right here. And you're running the clock. You're thinking this is 4-down territory. You're going to take another 40 seconds off the clock. Just great management by the Comets so far.
And again, got to say for just a moment here, you know.
Down 2 yards to go.
Tell you what, we'll come back to that here in just a second. So they're loading them up, stacking in, bunched up. Handoff up the middle to the big man himself, and he brings that in for a touchdown! Comets! Thomas! Strother! I tell you what, I seen 68, and I was like, you get that big man the football.
Yeah.
They like to do that. That's just special right there, and you're not stopping Thomas Strother when he gets the ball, and you got about 2 yards to go. So love when they get the big man involved on that, ringing the victory bell up here. We're having a good time. We're excited as your Comets now break out to a 33-6 lead as Ryan Lytle gets ready to kick the point after. He's only missed one so far. I believe he's 4 for 5 or about to be as he puts that one up. A little short, no good, but again, mostly successful night for Ryan Lytle. So we will stay right here on HintonComets.tv. So, Coach, what do you think about that drive here, and what's our approach now with 2:21 remaining here in the first half?
So that's a beautiful drive by the Comets, just continuing to get downhill on people, driving it right down the middle of them, and it's fun to see Thomas get the ball right there. They call that the train set. It's an extremely heavy set. I mean, everybody's in there within 10 yards of each other, or really 5-6 yards of each other. And the big man Thomas, who works his tail off, you know, on the defensive side, the offensive side, and blocking on special teams and getting in there on punt block and stuff like that. It's just really cool to see a big man do that. And you always love to see the big man get a touchdown, man. Nobody loves it more than the guys also. And right here defensively, you're going to look for the Oilers, obviously, to put the ball in the air a little bit. 2 minutes and 21 seconds is really a lot of time in the game of football. People think it's 2-minute drill type of stuff, but they're going to look to get some underneath stuff, I think, and then maybe hit something on on the high side. Look for some out routes, things going to the sideline. That's what they've been kind of killing us on, like I said earlier. Not necessarily killing us, just having some success against us going to the right with the quarterback rolling to the right.
Yeah, and you said it best. I was just kind of thinking that as you were talking. They're a spread offense. They can probably more than likely run up tempo. 2:21, enough time for them. Of course, only one timeout, no timeouts left for them. So, but it doesn't matter. They do a lot of, like you said, drag routes, out routes, plays that get them to the boundary. So they, this is enough time that they want to try to get down there and score. They can. So,
please turn off the headlights.
As we're taking a quick time out here. And speaking of lights, got to take a moment here to brag. We got new LEDs out here on the fields. We just see them coming on for the first time. Our LED lights, and I tell you what, that is an awesome display to see. Those things are crystal clear, and we're loving them here. It's a good look down the field. So we'll get those headlights off. We'll get right back here to the action. 2:21 remaining. Of course, your Comets leading 33-6 over the Merritt Oilers. And Ryan Lytle, I tell you what, everything gets an applause around here. You like it, right?
You get the lights turned off, you get applauded. I think the ambulance just wanted an applause. That's why.
But that'll tell you the kind of fun that we have around here in Hinton. It's a good time. As a student section getting loud too. Got to brag.
Sure, yeah.
Fielded there by number 3 for the Oilers, Riley Herndon.
Yep. He's cutting it up a little bit.
Getting in there, kicks out right.
Good coverage, keep him behind the 35. Anytime we can keep them on their side of the 50-yard line, that's good for us.
So I want to remind everybody here with 2:13, we get to halftime. Don't leave the segment here. We got our new halftime segment brought up this year. We're going to be with Superintendent of Hinton Public Schools, Marcy Derryberry, who I'm excited to talk to. She's going to share some awesome details and information with us. I'm going to have a good time. So stick right here for the halftime show, and then, of course, post-game with the head coach of the Hinton Comets, Grant Potter, and hopefully to celebrate a big opening win by your Hinton Comets. So, all right, maybe final drive here for the offense, 2:13 remaining. We'll see what look we get from the Oilers, expecting to run up tempo, 2:13 remaining.
So you got kind of a bunch package right here. Real important for the defensive ends as we got a penalty right here. Go ahead.
And it's going to be on the Oilers. And it looks like a false signal, false start. It's going to move them back 5 regardless. By the looks of it, I don't see them maybe moving back.
Oh, delay game.
Yeah, delay game, okay.
Yeah. Oilers, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Yeah, so 5-yard penalty, delay game. So exactly what you'd like to see. Puts them in first and long here to start the drive, and that's just 5 more yards that they're going to have to gain with 2:13 remaining.
I would say with this drive right here, watch Levi and Rod and Braden. Look for them maybe to make a play in the open field for a tackle or maybe a deep pass getting picked over the middle here.
And again, tight bunch, as you said, twins kind of on both sides. Rolls out fast, finds number 2, Compton, but no good. Pass too far inside.
Broken up by number 9, Roderick.
And a little Houdiniac by yourself there. You called it, number 9, Roderick Sowers, getting a hand in there and making the stop. So that'll be 2nd down and 15.
So that's great recognition by Rod, and to be able to trust his linebackers to chase down that quarterback and keep him inside and not let him get going and get on a run. And just great job by Rod to stay at home and really the contact he made on the tackle right there with the pass, not getting there too early. That's extremely hard to do for young guys, and just a great job by Roderick.
Absolutely. So again, bunch formation tight on the left side of the line as he rolls out opposite side, weak side. Going to fling it out, and looks like maybe a little miscommunication there. Someone might have messed up a route as that ball just sails out of bounds.
Either that or he's just trying to get rid of it without taking a sack.
65, Jacob Bonniwell.
And again, there's Jacob Bonniwell's name. I told you in the pregame, that's a guy that you might be hearing a lot from this year. He kind of shined in some spots here and there last season, and he's growing up. He's really growing into his body. He's physically growing a lot. He's molding into a good athlete. So
make some noise.
Definitely a name that you're going to hear more of this. So, again, interesting look here with 3rd and long. Not what I expect from a team that plays a lot of spread. They're just interesting look here. Snap. And
end around right
here.
Got it going on the right.
Good play there. Makes one man miss. It's Hunter Helms going to get in there and finally be the man to stop him, but it's enough for a first down. As they're finally, as maybe a whistle there. Didn't quite hear it at first.
Oh, he's down.
Yeah, I believe there was one whistle in there.
Play blown dead on the play.
And that play is blown dead.
50-yard line.
Yeah.
But you can't blame that guy. That's a heads-up play by him to continue to go. You never know. You got to continue to play through the whistle sometimes.
Hunter Helms.
Yeah, coach is going to like that. You know, go ahead and run it out. If you're not sure you heard a whistle, you go ahead and run that thing out because you just never know.
And I'll tell you some really great trickeration right there, and not extremely a lot of trickeration, but everything's going one way and they send them the other way. It's hard to see that stuff, especially when they've been so straightforward about rolling their quarterback out right there. The handoff on a 3rd and 15, you know, that's unexpected.
Yeah, that's something I believe it's the first time we've seen that tonight from the Merritt Oilers.
Still the same key right here. Keep them out of the end zone, and you're totally fine.
Yes.
Right here. They got
it on the field. Equipment timeout.
So we're going to take an equipment timeout here. We'll stay right here on HintonComets.tv. So just taking an equipment timeout. And so, again, let's look at the position here, the situation, 33-6, a minute 55 for those of you just tuning here on HintonComets.tv. Right here at about the 50-yard line, following the big gain there, puts them at midfield for a first down. So what do you do here? You're looking at the situation. How do you approach this?
Man, I think you give them a little bit of cushion maybe. Look for that, I would call it a ninja set right there where they've got 3 receivers. They're out 2x2 spread right here. Look for something over the middle possibly. They got a lot of space in the slot right here.
Yep, 2x2, pistol, shot, snap. Gets out in the open field at 13.
Wow.
And brought down with a tackle, number 5, Jake Wright.
Said his name again. What an athletic move by Jake Wright right there.
Tackled by number 5, Jake Wright.
Jake Wright, the manimal, of course.
So Jake has been doing a good job of snuffing out those little screens over the middle. Those can be highly successful if you're not ready and on your toes.
And again, trips left here, pistol formation. Snap, little quick jump, no flag. Gets that out to their playmaker, number 2. Is going to come back inside us, make one miss. Yeah. Brought down by a pair of Comets there. So again, caught by Caleb Compton, who's a name we've said a lot tonight for the Hinton Comets. Or excuse me, for the Oilers. And brought down by a pair of Hinton Comets.
So number 40, Graydon Deviney.
So the Oilers are looking to isolate
6 yards to gain
Compton at any time they can. Great job by our cornerback there. Was that Braden, I believe?
Yes.
Forcing him back to the inside to our tacklers. If you continue to keep him from getting outside, we will be successful at stopping the Oilers.
Trips left, 3x1, pistol formation. Snap, they got to get this out quick. Clock's running, 30 seconds left.
Oh, they faked it.
Flicks one out.
Make a play.
2-man back.
Come on, Hawk.
Oh, laying out Roderick Sowers, trying to get his second turnover of the game.
Job,
but you love the effort.
Oh, absolutely. Levi made a great read.
And number 9, Roderick Sowers.
The quarterback kind of hung that one up a little bit, and if the Comets are not ready in that situation, it could be a 6 for the other team.
6 yards to go.
Great job.
One more time before the half. Let's make some noise.
And you can hear that Comet pride,
Yeah, feel the booth shaking up here as the Comets fan base here, student section, loud and proud, standing on their feet. It's rumbling up here. They know the situation. 27 seconds here, 4th down and long as they previously try a prayer throw into double coverage. We'll see what they do here. Pistol formation, 2x1. Snap is bubble. Let's pick it up here. He's going to be met by Ryan Lytle. Brings him down for us. A sack.
Tackle made on the play by number 77, Ryan Lytle.
Great play.
Wow. On the play.
And a flag on the plays. I'm not sure. Did he look like he grabbed it at a face mask or?
I don't know if we had a face mask there. If they had something on the outside, maybe. I wouldn't.
Maybe in a hold, like you said. It could have been a hold.
Face
and it's on the face mask. And it looked like Ryan Lytle, when he went to make the tackle, he just grabbed a piece of that face mask.
I don't necessarily like that call because I feel like he's going for the ball, but it is a face mask. And you know, whether he's got his hand caught in there, it's inadvertent, whatever you want to call it, it's still a face mask. Good call. Way to be seeing things by the official right there. And that's okay. There's still only 22 seconds left in the half, and they got a long ways to go. Keep them in front. Don't get beat deep. Know your assignments and handle this situation right here. And the Comets are right where they want to be going into half.
And we got a whistle here calling time.
Timeout
this one maybe, taken by the Hinton Comets.
Hinton Comets, that's their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Yeah, so just as you hear there, the 3rd timeout taken by the Hinton Comets. So again, just kind of staying right here with you on HintonComets.tv. If you're Ryan Lytle, you know, hey, and I like the timeout used here. You know, you can't take those timeouts into the locker room with you. You come out with 3 fresh ones after halftime. So, you know, this is kind of a quick opportunity to, hey, keep your head on straight. You know, move on to the next play because you made a great play there. You know, you got the penalty on it. I'm sure, you know, they're going to look back on that and say, here's what you do, here's what you don't do. But you know what? You move on to the next play for right now. You let that one go. You got 18 seconds here. They got about 40 yards to goal. Like, you know, just kind of sit here, focus, hit that reset button, get in straight, know your assignment, know what you got to do here.
Yeah. as you said, reset right there. And that's a play that you go back and look at film over the weekend, and maybe you catch Ryan later in the week and say, hey, this is what you could have done right here differently. But I don't think he could have done anything different. He's going after the guy. He makes a good tackle, just like you say, inadvertently gets his hand in there on the face mask. You got to live with things like that. That's what I like to call hustle plays, just guys finishing the play all the way through, and sometimes it doesn't go your way. But you know what? We got a 33-6 lead right now. You can live with things like that and get better about them later.
All right, 18 seconds remaining here. Commerce leading 33-6. And again, about 38 yards to go for the Merritt Oilers. They're going to have maybe about 2 or 3 plays left, unless they find a quick out. Snap, rolls right, has some space. Does he throw it? He does, but out of bounds.
Gets rid of it, yeah. Gives himself another
Pass
chance.
incomplete on the play.
And like I said, the passing complete. Just in that situation, you're just trying to stop the clock.
Yeah.
Get the ball out,
Second and 10.
You got a first down, live to die another day type of deal.
Yep. And it's beginning to look like here with 13 seconds, you may get a place where maybe you try to cut the field in half, maybe you try to chew off a few yards, but you're going to take a shot probably at the end zone before the end of this. You're set in a position where you're going to have about 2 more plays to go. Just based on the speed that Merritt runs their offense, you can have maybe about 2 more plays.
And nobody has any timeout, so.
Yep. So again, you got to be extremely careful here. Has a little bit of hold on the left side. Gets that ball to number 3. He needs to get to the boundary and does. Pass completed to Riley Herndon, number 3 for the Oilers. And that's a good play right there.
Yeah. Good play for the Oilers, and really a good play for the Comets. Like I say earlier, you can live with the 10 to 12, 15-yard pass right here. You can live with that 10 to 12, 15-yard pass because you know that they still have to go 25 yards with not that much time on the clock.
Yeah, so again, 7 seconds here. And again, it depends on who you got at quarterback, what level you're watching. 7 seconds, you could get one more play off here really quickly to the sidelines. It's going to be difficult to do, though.
I would expect him to go towards the end zone right here. Maybe something where he can roll out and make a little prayer throw right here. 30 yards is still pretty far for a high school quarterback.
All right, getting loud here, 2 by 2. Pistol look. And he loses the ball here. Jack Brookshire gets in on the hole. We got a turnover, Comets!
By number 11, Jack
Brookshire on the play.
Hinton Comets.
And your half is called by number 11, Jack Brookshire. Fantastic awareness there as that ball pops out. A little miscommunication on the play. And you get your 3rd turnover of the first half for the Hinton Comets.
Just a great play, heads up. I think they might have been looking to go reverse and throw a pass right there deep on the left side, but we were able to handle that situation. And even if I think the handoff is clean, we have it covered so well. We've got all our D linemen in there, and our linebackers are ready to make a play right there. Just a great job by the Comets.
And again, at this point, you just get a knee down, we get out of here.
Yep,
and that's exactly what they do. So that will be the conclusion of the first half. Your Comets with a big first half showing out here, leading 33-6. We'll be right back here in just a moment for our halftime show. And then after that, we'll be right here for the start of the second half. So stay right here on HintonComets.tv. We'll be back here in just a moment for our halftime show, brought to you by Squirtle.
On Wednesdays at 7 p.m.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Stream with Pioneer iVideo and more. Live, recorded, on demand, all in HD. Easily find and watch your favorite shows and movies. Anywhere. On any device. Perfect for the entire family. And easy to use. Enjoy Pioneer iVideo today.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics.
All right, I want to welcome everybody here for our halftime show, the first halftime show of the year, and I'm up here with Superintendent of Hinton Public Schools, Marcy Derryberry. So excited. I'm really excited that you're the first guest this year because nobody really has a better pinpoint keen on what's going on at Hinton Public Schools than you, and it's the beginning of the school year, so there's a lot of new stuff, a lot of things for people to soak in, so awesome to have you up here.
Well, I'm so glad that you guys asked me to come up and to speak to our fans, and so that I can kind of give them an idea of what's been going on and what some of the improvements that have been made to Hinton schools, and just let them know what's going on here at Comet Country.
Absolutely.
So just to let you know that in the last year we've had so many different things going on around all of our campuses, and so we've had a new concrete poured for parking places on the north side of the cafeteria. And that's been great because we only had a few parking places there, and we'll soon have a new outdoor freezer sitting out there soon because we've had concrete work for that too.
Yes.
So that's exciting because we have a lot more kids that are eating in our cafeteria because we do have an amazing a child nutrition program.
Yes, we do.
Very proud of it.
Yes.
Also, we have new freezers that have been put in the cafeteria, and as well as in the FFA building. Mr. Sam needs those to help the kids keep their meat in a place where it can stay cold or frozen. And so we're really proud of that the kids will be able to leave that up there, and possibly our community members can come to the building. Also, as you see tonight, you look across, and if you've driven by the football field,
yes,
you'll notice, it looks great here. It's like we have a completed area over there on the visitors side, and
oh man,
and it's so nice. You look over there. There's a nice new visitor press box. And we've really never had that,
yes.
Maybe something rickety that we just kind of threw up. But, now we have something that's very nice. We had that built and put on our location, and, our maintenance men put the electricity in, and it looks outstanding. You look over there, and it's lit up, and, and I know that those visitors, coaches, they appreciate that because it's hard. You go to other places, and whenever it's and it's not a nice facility for you. It's just not a good situation. So we're really proud of that. So our visiting team will have a nice place. Also, as you talked about earlier, we waited for the LED lights to come on.
Man,
this is the first time. I've been panicking all week, and we had some rain early, and they got the track stuck, and it's a 4-wheel drive, but the way the drainage is here, we have issues, and they went right in that area. And so it got stuck, and so it sat for 2 days. And those were 2 days that we had to have work done. And so they came right down to the wire, but they got it done for us. They promised me this morning. I stopped and talked to them this morning, and the company said, we promise we will be out of here before game time. It will all be working and all look great. So it does. It looks like daytime right now, doesn't it?
Yes. It's awesome. It's immaculate. The field looks like I've really never seen it before in 6 years here. It just really shines.
Great. It does. And, of course, Coach Potter does a good job taking care of the field.
Yes.
So now you can really tell and see that. We do not have, those places where there were dead spots, where it was dark on the field and such. And so now it's all lit up and it looks great. Also, at the elementary, we had a new handicap accessible lift that was put in for our wheelchair students, and so we're real excited about that. So they can go down to PE and have PE every day, and come back up to their classrooms, and so that is a nice new improvement there to that hallway with the stairs. Our maintenance area has a new garage door, so they're able to put all of their heavier equipment inside, and so it's not left outside, and that is fantastic. And they're very appreciative of that, and having an area to where we can put our heavier equipment. Also, out at the Ag Farm, we have new overhead doors out there too, and I know Mr. Sam has really appreciated that as well. Also, he ended up, we got him a new lawnmower. He needed that for out there. It was just, if we don't stay on top of it out there, he's got some great grass.
Yes.
And so out there at the Ag Farm, and so he has a new mower for out there. Up at the elementary at the playground, we have a new swing up there, and it is for our handicap children. And it's fantastic. I rarely ever do not see a child in that.
Yes.
They love it.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah, they love it. And I know right now that we have in the works, we're looking also at a new playground, not taking out everything, but putting some new additions to our playground. So I know Mrs. Sherry.
Yeah, I saw some of those blueprints with Carlos. They look good.
Yes, she's worked hard on it. I know that the PTO has really worked hard on it too, and so we're real excited about that as well. We've also had, right now we're working on new safety locks for all classrooms. Classroom doors all do lock, but we want to do a different kind of lock in addition to what we already have for safe school reasons. We've had a lot of our air conditioners, the compressors have went out and such over the summer, and so of course, as you guys all know, it's been so hot.
It's been a hot summer.
A lot of people have had, their air conditioners go out at home. Well, we've had the same issues here at school, and so we've got a lot of new compressors put in and fans. So that has sure helped, and it's got us up and going for all of our students and teachers to come back in August. Also, we added to our fleet a new route bus.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It is.
And also a 14-passenger activity bus.
That thing is fun.
That is fun. we when we got it, several of us piled on, and we took it out for a joyride and went around town honking the horn because we were so proud of it.
You got to test drive it,
That's
you know what I mean?
That's right. It looks sharp. It has the same wrap that our other activity buses have, our full-size activity buses. And so it's very, very nice, and I know that the coaches and those sponsors of those different activities have really enjoyed that, and so I'm really proud of that.
it'd be something even like vocal, You do All-State, you do Western Honor Choir.
Absolutely.
It's just a perfect size for you to take a small group to things like that.
That's right. And you do not have to have your CDL for a 14-passenger bus.
Yes.
So that is perfect.
It looks like a Suburban. At front, it drives like a Suburban.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does. And the mirrors are great. You can see well out of it. So I'm really excited for like you, taking those kids to vocal concerts or such. Also, with that, I just want to say that those buses, that was a possibility because of, the transportation bond that we passed 4 years ago. Our community, our district, all of our parents, everyone passed that, and it was passed, and we're so glad about that because we put on. This is now the third route bus that we have went in and put on our fleet, as well as the activity bus.
Yes.
And so we're looking really good right now, and in the future we still want to possibly add. We will soon add a new ag truck, as well as more buses, route buses, and also some new Suburbans.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the Suburbans, so the new Suburbans will be part of that as well, correct?
We have put in for those. That's part of our ESSER money, which is like the COVID money that we were given, and so we've put in for those. But as everyone knows, it's really hard to get a new vehicle anymore.
Yeah, everything's on back order because of chip shortage.
That's right. Yep. So whenever those things, it's kind of like the buses. We were so excited when we finally got them in. We ordered them, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with the Suburbans and the ag truck. We've already got our order in, but now we're waiting.
Yeah.
Now we're waiting. But I don't think I mentioned in the middle school.
I was going to say,
we did
not mention the middle school. Could you talk about that for a second?
Look over there at the middle school. It's so nice.
It is.
If you have not had the chance, to stop in and, even visit at the middle school. I know a lot of people know that as the old high school. That was built in '81, I believe, and it has a whole new feel and look to the inside of it. It was remodeled back in that 2013-14 bond, and it was remodeled, and so it's really sharp. But we did not get the windows or new doors in at that time, and so this summer we got that finished, and it looks fantastic. It's just put a whole new look inside that building, and so we're really proud of that, and I know that our principal there is really excited about that, and as well as the teachers. And,
yes. So hey, we got about a minute here before we cut back. So hey, you're talking about a lot of awesome stuff, excited. All this stuff is awesome, and we needed it so much, and everybody is so thankful for it. Got one fun question for you. We like to have a little fun up here in the booth. Here it comes. So I heard that a certain someone and another certain someone by the name of Carter was on the Okie Zip slide the other night at the fair.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that? Because we got the fair going on, of course, for those here in community this weekend. So
absolutely, yeah. We actually I went with my daughter Hope, who is the town. She works for the town, and I went with her and her two kids and some other people, and we went down and we were doing a little test drive on the Okie Zip for Jim McCain, and it wasn't getting us all the way down. And so so they kept doing different things, and Jim just kept working day after day after day. Well, up until 2 nights, last night? No, last night.
Yeah.
Actually, it was Thursday. They finally got some new sacks to go down on, and that really helped. That zipped them right down.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It did fantastic. But then the night before, they were working so hard trying to get it all, waxed up and slick, and all that hard work is paid off because there is a line like no other there. Yes, and my grandson Carter, who is a Down syndrome boy, he's 6 and he loves it. Totally loves it. He'll do it on his own. And so anyone who has any child, with special needs or not, you let them go down that slide. Because it's a freedom thing for them, and they will just love it. And
I tell you, I got up on that thing yesterday. I got there early to kind of tested out. You know, Josh Brookshire wanted me.
yeah.
They have oiled that thing down. It's fast. If you don't think it's fun, you haven't been on it because it is a great time. I slid down that thing so fast. I was holding on to that sack.
I have a memory from the state fair when I was a little girl of riding it, and my brother and I, and oh wow, you know, I loved it. That's like the only ride I have a memory of. And so whenever we got it here, you know, Jim went and had help to take it apart and then bring it here, and had help with the engineer putting it all back together. And it's here now.
Yes.
And it's just amazing. You know, here I am, and I'm in my 50s, and I get to ride it again.
There's a flashback from the past.
That's right. And hey, and that thing is never too, you know, if you're old, it doesn't matter. It's safe. You're not going to break a bone.
That thing looks, and I would tell you, the amount of money that was put into that and hard work and effort, that thing looks like a brand new ride. When you go up, the fresh paint, it has been, I believe they brought in either an engineer out or someone to work on that.
Yes,
and
they
I
did.
tell you what, it is in top notch. So if you get a chance to, come on out to the fair this weekend. We have an awesome fair. It's difficult to beat the Hinton Fair. So, again, I want to give you a big thanks, Marcy. Of course, it's Ms. Derryberry, the superintendent of Hinton Public Schools, kind of showcasing all the new things this year. And so, and of course, more than just a superintendent, a close friend of mine, and she is, you know, you can find her here just about any time, regardless of what event here. She is hands-on, and tell you what, we love you.
Yeah, thank you.
So
I definitely, you know, we all bleed red, but I bleed Hinton Comet red.
Absolutely.
So I love this place.
Yeah, so,
thank you.
hey, we will be back with you here in just a moment for the start of the second half right here on HintonComets.tv.
Hinton Comets.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst gets you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
2 words, cashback. 2 more words, you're welcome. Remember that jar in your dresser where you would throw your loose change at the end of the day? Then occasionally, you take the jar to the bank to have it counted and enjoy a bit of a surprise to find there is more in there than you thought. That's Square One Banking, the account with a virtual money jar, and it's offered exclusively by Legacy Bank.
The industry.
All right, I want to welcome you back here for the start of the second half as the kickoff is underway. And that is fielded by number 21, Trevor Rodman, who cuts back to the left. And he's brought down at the 24, maybe make that 23-yard line.
Number 21, Trevor
That's how we're going to get the second
Rodman,
half here started.
about to the 24-yard line. 1st and 10, Comets.
So if you're just joining us here, lead 33-zip. Not much to complain about in the first half, but everything you could ask for the Hinton Comets. 3 turnovers by your Hinton Comets defense in the first half. Had a touchdown pass to Braden Strong. Had a pair of running touchdowns on the ground by Levi Taylor. And, of course, one of the electrifying plays of the first half, a pick 6 by number 9, Roger Sauer. So a lot of fun, a little action, getting everybody involved. And Comets will get the ball here to start the second half. So underway here, pistol formation snap. He's going to hand off to Jake Wright, who cuts off to the left side, makes one man miss. He runs to the 35, skips over to the 40, and pushed out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Big run by number 5, Jake Wright. Hurdles his way out to the 41-yard line. That's a pickup of 16 yards and a Comet first down.
And so what a statement there.
Absolutely.
First play.
Great start for the Comets already. You know, during the half, I wrote down some keys for the second half. You know, big thing is to avoid turnovers. Continue to secure the basketball. Don't give up secure the football, sorry.
Yeah,
Don't give up a big play on the defensive end and keep our poise. Don't get caught up in the trash talk.
All right. Moving quickly here, snap. Taylor keeps it, guts up the middle, falls forward for a couple extra on the play, and that's a gain of 6.
Quarterback, number 1, Zach Levi Taylor. QB keeper for a gain of 5 yards out to the 46. 2nd and 5.
All right, so 2nd and 5, maybe looked like it was about a gain of 6 there. So, again, first 2 plays right off the gate. looking good for your Hinton Comets.
I'll tell you what, Nathan, just a great opportunity for the Comets to build an early lead. And at points in the game like this, you're able to work on stuff that you're going to get game time practice in that you can't get during the week. And this is just big for the Comets right now.
Pistol formation. One receiver out as that's kind of popped out here. Jake Wright making the smart play to fall on the ball.
Ball on it. Contain. Can continue to have the ball. Keep the time of possession our way.
Jake Wright recovers. Loss of 5 back to the 36-yard line.
So another
that brings
thing.
Up third down, 15 yards to gain.
Just some things from the first half. You know, we were able to have time of possession. Hinton Comet football, just keep the ball in our hands and just dominate the time of possession in the first half. That's a big part of why our lead is so big right now. It's hard to score if you're the Merritt Oilers when you don't have the football in your hands.
Yeah, and that's something you said. We haven't seen a lot of that 3rd and long for the Hinton Comets. So we'll see what they do here. Snap. Looks back, draws back, and it looks like he's going to let it fly, and he does. 2-man in coverage here. He's going to have to high point that ball as Roderick Sowers gets up, tries to high point it, no flag. As he's met in there by a pair of defenders. Of course, number 2, Caleb Compton in there, was trying to pick that off. Good play, though, to high point that and use his athleticism.
Yeah, really. You know, Roderick about came down with that ball right there. That's great defense by the Oilers right there. You know, obvious passing situation. Crazy to think, Nathan. That's the first time in the whole game that the Comets have been in an absolute passing situation right there, you know.
And if you're the Oilers, you know, hey, it's the little victories at this point. When you're down by multiple scores, you take it a step at a time. It's winning the small battles there. So for the coaching staff on that side, hey, you won your first battle.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you get the Comets have a little bit of a fumble up on the snap, and that's a mistake that you're able to capitalize on as the Oilers did right there to keep them from gaining another first down. And I believe, is this the first time we've
I believe so, yes.
Punted, so.
And what a testament to the game that they've had so far. So Ryan Lytle, of course, back to punt for the Hinton Comets. And that's number 3 back to receive for the Merritt Oilers, Riley Herndon, yes.
I saw Compton go off. He had a helmet situation. I think he's usually their returner.
Punt's clean. That thing's going to take a Comet bounce, too. Got to be careful, and out of bounds.
Great. That's a pretty good punt for for Ryan right there. He would have liked to have got more air towards the middle of the field. But, you know, you get it to the sideline. You don't allow Herndon to get it and catch it in rhythm. And you don't give him the chance to get out there and break tackles and do the things that he's really good at.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I'm always thinking with a kick, if you can flip the field, that puts you in a great spot. That's a field flip kick.
Yeah. And I think we see Compton coming back on the field. He must have got his malfunction fixed with his helmet, I believe. So the Oilers set back up, and we'll see what they have for this second half.
All right. So 1st and 10, 2x2. That pistol look.
Yeah, they're sticking with that pistol look again.
Snap. Handoff up the middle. Has some space. Has to make one man miss. Stiff arms down, but wraps up and finishes the tackle. Jack Brookshire.
Yep. Great tackle by Jack right there.
Caden Smith brought down by number 11, Jack Brookshire. Gain of 3 on the play.
So just another great job of
7 to gain.
Jack not going for any trickeration or anything right there, filling his gap, staying at home. I'm anxious to see, Nathan, if the Comets are going to, or if the Oilers are going to come out and get into that bunch set again. But it looks like they're going spread with the pistol again.
Yeah, 2x2, kind of tied on the left side. Pistol again. Snap, set. And this time he's going to keep it. Just makes one man miss. Cuts back inside. Not getting much there.
That's a great job. Great job by Milo.
And Ryan Lytle looked like Jack Brookshire and Ryan Lytle in there on the tackle.
Brought down hard by number 77, Ryan Lytle. And number 11, Jack Brookshire.
You know, Milo got a little bit antsy right there coming upfield. That's not exactly what you want.
2-yard gain on the play. Third down, 5 yards to gain.
That's not exactly what you want by the defensive end, but just his presence of being so big and long and able to make that guy stretch it out, and our linebackers once again filling the gaps, and Trevor in there on that tackle too.
All right, so like you said, big down and distance here. This may be one of the bigger plays for the Oilers. It's number 2 in motion.
Little jet sweep action.
And there it is.
There you go.
He's got to get cut back and does, and he's going to find it up there.
Good.
Pivotal tackle, and that's going to stop him short by a yard.
Did Levi get in on that one at the safety position?
Now we got a man down here, and that would be a big injury. That's Caleb Compton. And that is not something you want to see.
By number 22, Clifton Craighead.
He's all right. He's all right. He's up. He's moving. Maybe a little tweak of the ankle.
4th down.
like you say, you never want to see that, even if it's an opponent's kid. He's a good athlete. He's out there. He's running hard. He's getting downhill on people. He's making plays. Hopefully he can return. It looks like I say, maybe an ankle or a little tweak of the knee or something like that. He's up and moving. Trainers are doing their job, telling them to kind of stay where they're at and look at it. Maybe even a cramp situation. You never know right here.
Yeah, it is, and it's cooler this evening. So a lot of times, first game, it's a lot hotter than this, but it is the first game, and that's something it's very common for you to see in the first 2-3 weeks of the season is players cramping up here. But like you said, it looked like he was grabbing at his ankle, and when you make that hard cut, something like that can happen. You can kind of roll over your ankle. So they're going to take kind of extended timeout. So we'll be right back here in just a moment on HintonComets.tv.
Christianity is about walking by faith, living with hope, and sharing our love. And the greatest of these is love. We love God, our neighbors, and one another. And we would be delighted for you to come share the love of God with us at the Hinton Church of Christ, 307 South Spencer in Hinton, Oklahoma. Join us on Sundays for Bible classes for all ages at 9 a.m., worship at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., and midweek Bible study on Wednesdays at 7 p.m.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10.
All right, back here, 8:32 in the third quarter. Just kind of taking a quick injury timeout as Caleb Compton gets back up, thankfully. So you hope that he's okay.
1.5 yards to go.
You're sitting at a 4th and 2 situation here. Again.
So you take him out of the mix, Nathan, and you're wondering, are they going to go with the quarterback keeper here? Are they going to try and keep it in their playmaker's hands? Are you going to see Herndon come across the middle either on a handoff, or are they just going to go straight hard-nosed football and go straight with their running back right here, follow behind their line and see what happens? We're adjusting at the D-line.
2x2 pistol.
Okay. Maybe some adjustment here. Yep.
And 1 second. They got to get this snap off, and they don't. Man. There's a flag. It's costly penalties.
Way costly for the Oilers. They were starting to get a little momentum going right there, and that is a momentum stopper. So, your look gets different right here as far as defensively.
Delay of game, 5-yard penalty. Oilers.
You go from a long 4th and 1 to
that sets up
even longer
down, 7 yards
4th and 7, and now you're looking at a passing situation or an outside run. It's very difficult to run it down the middle right here in a big yardage situation because the linemen for the Comets have just really handled it on the inside.
Yeah, and another thing here too, when you talk about route running, you got to really be careful to make sure you get your route to the sticks. You got to be extremely careful here because any route that's cut short, that's close to the boundary, all they do is get you out of bounds and turnover on down. So, again, this definitely changes the situation here. 4th and 6, drops back to pass, lets it fly, and he's going to have enough there on the inside route. Looked like a drag route.
Nice little drag route.
Tackle made by number 5, Jake Wright.
Was that Herndon on the catch?
For an Oilers first down.
No, that wasn't Herndon. I believe that was the inside or the outside receiver right there. They ran Herndon on a little post route and then brought him in on a little drag. And, our attention went with the deep guy, and they were able to get something underneath. Jake just wasn't quick enough to stay with him right there. That's okay, though. We're still on our side of the football field. And
it kind of looked like, from what I've heard, sometimes that kind of route combo, they call it dagger sometimes. You get like a go or a deep and a cutting it underneath. And that kind of gets into fake on the go and then sell it underneath. And so getting a quick timeout here. We'll stay right here on HintonComets.tv as they're taking their first time out here in the second half. What situation looks like so far, and how do we approach it?
Well, we still got our 3 to 4 touchdown lead, and we had the little mishap on the snap with our situation, and we put them in a 4th down situation and really guard it pretty well. Just let one guy get a little bit loose. He gets the first down right there. Right here, you're just looking at it as the longer it takes for them to get into the end zone, the more time off the clock. The clock is our friend right now because we are up so much. If you can shorten the game in any way, and shortening the game means make that clock run between plays and keep their yardage down, then that is what the Comets are looking to do. Get the ball back in our hands and control the time of possession.
All right, and here we go, back in action.
First
big play here.
From their own 46-yard line.
1st and 10. 7:46. Comets Trying to hang on to that big lead. Number 3 in motion. Snap. Draws back to pass. Lets it fly. Has a man open downfield, but just misses the pass. Tell you what, he had intended for number 8. Taylor Frazier, whose name we said about once tonight, and he has some space.
Yes, absolutely. If he puts that pass on the money, then they have a chance to maybe break something right there. Now, I will say that's a tough pass to make because you're trying to put it in a 15-yard gap and put it on the run. If he sat down in that gap, it's a lot easier pass. But to put it on the run, that's a really tough pass for a quarterback. I don't know if maybe there was a tip at the line or something like that shortened that pass, or if he just didn't have a good grip on the ball when he threw it. But luckily for the Comets, they didn't connect on that pass.
Pistol formation, 2-by-1 snap. And looks to pass. Gets
Screen
it over
pass.
the middle there. Yep, screen. Shows off the speed a little bit. Gets down for a gain of maybe 5 on the play.
Once again,
Pushed out of bounds by number 11.
And I tell you what,
Pass
you
complete.
got to give a shout out here. Jack Brookshire has been in on a lot of tackles today. He is all over the field.
3 yards.
And him and Jake have done such a great job of filling gaps, like as I said earlier, and staying at home on the screen passes, not trying to get upfield and stuff like that. And as you can see, we got
it's a big third down.
Third down right here. And the Comets are getting loud. If the Comets can get away from this with a 4th and long situation, have a chance to get the ball back, this could be a game-ending possession.
All right, trips left. 3-by-1 pistol snap. Looks like option play. Gets it out. Needs one block. Gets a block. Turns upfield. Is he going to have enough? He's not.
He's not.
And he brought down on a big tackle there.
21.
Number 21. Trevor Rodman.
Of the line to game.
Bringing the wood for the Hinton Comets.
Laying the wood. I think Clifton might have been in on that too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It looked like Clifton Craighead in there on it too. But I tell you what, you have to imagine it's probably 4-down territory.
Absolutely. Rest of the game, I would say, if they're anywhere close to the 40-yard line, close to the 50, the Oilers are going to continue to go on 4th down just so they can try and get scores in. They've got to score touchdowns.
Let's make some noise for our boys.
All right.
Right here, Nathan.
4th and 4. Pistol formation, 2-by-1. They load him up on the right side of the line. He's going to roll out right. We'll see if he decides to keep it or let it fly. Got a flag on the far side. He keeps it.
Holding.
It's going to be enough for a first down, but a flag on the play.
You know, usually when there's that flag in the backfield, you're looking at holding or maybe a clipping or something with the blocking situation. Maybe hands to the face by the defensive lineman. I would say it's more on the holding side, though.
And that's a hold, yep.
Yep. So that'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Holding.
That's good news for the
On the
Comets.
Oilers.
That is.
10-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
And again, it changes the situation here. We'll look to see if they elect to bring the punt team out, if they decide to continue to go for it. Certainly puts them in a much more difficult situation here as we're sitting at about midfield. And we'll see where they move that ball back to. Of course, like you said, 15-yard penalty, so we'll see where they down that. Really changes the entire approach to this next play here, because now if you get a turnover on downs, especially you keep anything within 5-10 yards, all of a sudden you're on your side of the field, and you're in a really good starting position for your next offensive drive.
So I would look for some of that dagger look that you were talking about earlier, where they went high over the top and then had the guy come underneath.
This sets up 4th and 17.
Is Compton back in the game? Yes, he is. Back on the wide right side, you got Compton. You got to watch for him. We're giving him space. We're going to let him catch it short and then maybe make a tackle on it.
Yeah, and again, just having him out there on the field makes a difference. To get a toss play, a pitch play here, brought down by number 5, Jake. Right.
Once again, man, our linebackers are just covering up any outside run.
For your Comets.
Your linebackers are doing their jobs, man. They're filling gaps down the middle. They're covering runs on the outside. They're staying home on screen passes and those things. Just a great game for our guys up front and our linebackers. I saw earlier, before that play, Coach Potter was sitting there. He was hollering at the lineman. He's saying, use your hands, use your hands. They got to win the fight with the hands up front, and that'll keep them from being able to get leverage on our D linemen. And looks like we're back on the offensive side here, Nathan.
All right. So, again, good field position ball on the 48-yard line with the Hinton Comets begin their next offensive possession. Snap, handoff up the middle. Trevor Rodman makes one-man miss. He's going to gain 10, 15, 20. Down to the 20-yard line. He keeps his balance out of the 8-yard line on a big carry.
Number 21, Trevor Rodman.
And I tell you what, like you were talking earlier.
To the 10-yard line. First down, Comets.
his speed off the edge around the corner is a difference maker.
So the line was able to get just enough push up front and get outside leverage, and he just continued to bounce. And every time he takes a step outside, he's also increasing his speed, which is just so hard to stop if you're a cornerback or a defensive back trying to run him down. Just an amazing run by Trevor right there.
And so for those of you just joining us here, 6:49 Comets closing in. Ball inside the 10-yard line, leading 33-6, trying to add to this big lead and put a 40-burger on the board. Load him up on the right side of the line, pistol formation, hands off to Trevor Rodman. He's going to run up the right side to the 5. Touchdown! Comets! Trevor Rodman!
21! Trevor Rodman!
And honestly, same design type of run right there. You're going off tackle. I believe you're pulling a guard from the backside and just hammering those linebackers. The Oilers are not able to get any penetration on the runs right now, and that is why the Comets are able to get outside, and just a great finish by Trevor Rodman to finish off that possession for the Comets.
And Ryan Lytle back to kick the extra point for the Comets. Snap. Hold by Braden Strong. Kick is up. Sails. We'll see if it has enough. And it does not.
No good.
And the kick is no good. So again, Comets finishing here
no
on a
good.
scoring drive by Trevor Rodman to the right side. I'll put the Comets up 39-6 with 6:43 remaining in the third. We will be right back here in just a moment. Back here on the action at HintComets.tv.
There's a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Stream with Pioneer iVideo and more. Live, recorded, on demand, all in HD. Easily find and watch your favorite shows and movies. Anywhere, on any device, perfect for the entire family. And easy to use. Enjoy Pioneer iVideo today.
The kick.
All right, back here, Riley Herndon and River Britton back to receive the kick for the Oilers. And, of course, kicking off for the Comets, Ryan Lytle, number 77. If you're just joining us, Comets lead 39-6, just following the scoring play by Trevor Rodman here in the third quarter as they keep this big lead and make it even bigger. The kick sails. A little bit short there. Tough fielded bounce there. Picks it up.
Wow, great
and
tackle.
nice play there by Jake Wright.
By number 10, Braden Strong.
Excuse me, that by Braden Strong. Jake Wright pops in there at the end on the assist.
You just get so used to saying Jake Wright's name. He's making a bunch of plays out there. Braden, I believe that's his second tackle on a kickoff tonight, and those are big tackles. You got to secure those tackles, and that's a great job by the senior Braden Strong and Jake Wright right there.
First and 10 Oilers, 24-yard line.
So again, you know, if you're the Oilers kind of looking at this, you had some good things working the last time around. And again, not a lot of penalties from either team in this game, but when you do get those penalties, it shows you how costly it can be. So you're going to try to play clean here, play smooth. Again, as they're going to pistol formation 2-by-2, spreading out. They're going to keep it here. Rolls has to make Hunter Helms miss, but actually throws it out and is brought down by Braden Strong once again.
Great tackle by Braden right there.
To number 3, Riley Herndon.
That was a nice play. You got to be careful though too, because once you get past that line of scrimmage, that ball's got to be behind you there. Not exactly sure if that's when he got it out, but
6 yards.
It's a well-designed play. That's a little bit of a combo of a what they would call an RPO. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have two options there. You hand it off, or you keep it. You pitch it, or you. It's really just a really spread out option. Really is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be careful with that. They could fake that pass and cut it up with the quarterback too.
Yeah, snap here, handoff, runs to the right side. A block there, really shoves him down, kind of.
Goodness, he stays on his feet too.
As he breaks this out, it almost looked like a block in the back down the far side.
By number 13,
as they shove Braden Strong to the ground.
Look for some up tempo right here. I can see them getting up there and snapping it quick again.
first down.
They're seeing some success on the right side right now, whether it's going with the pass to the right side. Like I say, the quarterback's very comfortable going that way, and most people are going that comfortable going that way. Little success there. The Comets got to continue to tackle. That's the big thing, is keep them in front of us and get them down when they have the ball.
Yes, and so, of course, Hunter Helms and Clifton Craighead coming in to sub for them. Jack Brookshire and Trevor Rodman entering back into the game on defense. 1st and 10.
You got Roderick with outside leverage here. See what they have here.
Rolls out right, has some space, elects to keep it, cuts back inside.
It's a good tackle by Jack right
and
there.
Jack Brookshire with another tackle. And I tell you what.
Keeper by Moss Flowers, brought down after a gain of 6.5 by Jack Brookshire.
We will get those post-game stats, but I bet he is nearing double-digit tackles on the game. It feels like he's had about 7 or 8 at this point.
Is that big man Thomas coming
Thomas,
right there
yes.
getting a break? Yep.
Big man who had, got to mention too, had one of our touchdowns, I believe, earlier today too. Forgot to bring that up as we got back into the second half. So had the big man TD.
Oh yeah.
So like I said, pitch is here.
Pitch out here, man. That's good blocking.
Sowers, tough play right there, and he's assisted there by, it looks like Graydon DeVinny and Jake Wright as they kind of collided.
Yeah. So that's a good chase down tackle right there.
8, and that's enough for an Oilers first down.
Keep him in front. Good tackle. You know, we need to do a better job of getting penetration right there and
Tackle
stringing
made
that
by number
outside
5,
run
Jake
out
Wright,
a little bit.
And number 40, Graydon DeVinny.
When the quarterback and running back go into that option situation, you usually have reads where a linebacker's got quarterback and a lineman's got, or your defensive end has quarterback and your linebacker has running back right there. Maybe just a little bit of miscommunication by the Comets right there. See if they can get the option cleaned up right there and get that stopped.
And again, hopefully it looks like he's just maybe cramping up a little bit. He's been on the field a lot. He's seen a lot of action. So back to Jake Wright, of course, a pivotal player down on the sideline there. It looks like they're kind of working a cramp out. So we'd expect to see him back in the game pretty soon here. Handoff up the middle to number 13 for the Oilers. That's Caden Smith for a gain of about 3 on the play.
Gain on the play. Number 13, Caden Smith, brought down by number 64, Tegan White, and number 65, Jacob Bonowell.
So the Oilers,
second down, 6 yards to gain.
Oilers are starting to see some success with running the ball. They've got a lot of things going in different directions, and let's see if we can get that cleaned up for the Comets here. Another 2x2 set, pistol set. Option again.
Yep. And a flag on the far side of the field as he kind of holds up here, and he's going to fall forward there. Enough for the first down, but a flag on the play.
Option carry by number 13.
So it looks like that flag. It looks like that flag is going to go our way. Coach Potter has been all over the officials about the holding, the blocks, and the backs, and he really just wants the game to be called a little bit cleaner as far as the blocking goes. The Oilers are starting to get away with some holding and blocking the back and stuff like that, and it looks like they got caught on
10-yard penalty.
So when all the things are going the Oilers' way, it's great for the Comets to get a penalty right there and get the ball kind of moving back in our direction.
Brings up second down, 12 yards to gain.
So 2nd and 12 right here, Nathan. Let's see what they're set up in.
And if you're just showing us here, 3:23, it's like you said, 2nd down, 12 ball on about the 45-yard line. And they're in that pistol look, 2x2. Again, their star player lined out wide. Snap, handoff up the middle. And not much doing there. It's just a no-gainer.
Handoff to number 7, Tyler Adams. Brought down by number 11, Jack Brookshire. No gain on the play. That brings up 3rd down and 12.
I tell you what, it seems like the Comets defense needs right now is a little bit of a break. If we can get to the corner,
it's 3rd down,
and just dig deep right here and get a stop, that could be huge for the Comets finishing out this football game.
All right, big play here, 3rd and 12. Snap, looks to pass, lets it fly. Has a man open on a seam route. Number 3 catches it, throws his man down, makes another one miss. Graydon DeVinny finishes on the tackle.
Pass complete.
And I believe that is to Riley Herndon again on an open seam route down the field.
Down by number 40, Graydon DeVinny.
So, Nathan, that's the same route earlier that we talked about, that there was a little bit of openness. What's going to have to happen is we're going to have to see our safeties make a play right there, and our defensive backs will have to carry that guy kind of to the safety and sort of talking there. And if they can do that, we'll be able to shut that down. And, like you say, you give up a play like that here and there, just keep them out of the end zone. We'll be all right.
Absolutely here.
Looks like we got a timeout.
We got a timeout here. Timeout taken by your Comets. So I believe that's first timeout taken by them in the second half. Not a bad time to do that. So we'll stay right here on HintonComets.tv. So again, Coach, how do we, what do we do in this situation? What's our look? How do we approach this coming out of the timeout?
So you're looking at, I believe they're on the 18, 16-yard line. They've got 16 yards to gain to get into the end zone. They're going to get 4 downs. If they get another first down, they got another 4 downs. So really, a big thing for the Comets right now is to not let them get that first down. If you can keep them from getting that first down, you don't give them 4 tries inside the 5-yard line, and that's really, really, really what we're looking for right here. Continue to stay solid, look for those little seam routes, and we really got to shut down the speed option. If we can shut down the speed option, I think we'll be able to stop these Oilers for the rest of the night. And really, you just got to push through the fatigue right now. We talked earlier about being early in the season. It's kind of a humid night. It was a little hotter earlier in the day, and it's been a long day. Kids are getting tired. They're kids. They're not superheroes. You got to be able to push through and find that extra gear. Be tougher than your opponent right here.
All right, and as they break out of the timeout.
1st and 10, Oilers.
It's a 1st and 10. As they're getting closer inside. They're getting close to the red zone here inside the 20. Pistol formation, keeping that 2x2 look. That's their favorite look. It's kind of bobbles the snap there a little bit. As he is just misses, just slips out of the tackle, tries to finish there, gets the ball. It's intercepted! Running down the sideline! Out of bounds! And a late flag out.
Oh, come on.
That's Crease Douglas.
Crease with a great pick right there. And great penetration by the D-line right there. We'll see what this penalty is right here, Nathan.
Action number 4, Hunter.
Yeah, I was gonna. Okay, I tell you what, we're hearing that there. I see number 4 with the ball, and I'm like, unless I got fooled on another number swap, I believe that's Hunter Helm. So
did we have an imaginary pitch right there in the middle of the pick right there?
And the flag looked late, so usually it looked like it was after the interception. So curious to see what they call here.
And I think it was on the Oilers, so this should be going the Comets' way. I was worried it was kind of a late flag, and the quarterback took one hit. I'm telling you, I'm not sure who laid the hit on him, but it was a very good hit, clean hit. I didn't see anything wrong with it, but sometimes you never know. Maybe it's late, but it's all with kind of the motion of the game. So Comets just a great job of penetrating the offensive line right there, getting through the line, making a play on the quarterback, and forcing him to make a decision on the fly. And
personal foul on the Oilers.
Yeah, that's on the Oilers. So it came up more like it came after the pick?
Yes.
10-yard penalty.
So that's going to tack on some more to go along with the Comets' 4th turnover of the night. 4 turnovers, put 40 on the board and 4 turnovers to boot. So you're winning that turnover battle, I believe, 4-0 on the night. That's one of Coach Potter's key games is you want to always win the turnover battle.
Yes.
If you can keep any turnovers from on your side and you can win it 4-0, that's a big check mark off the box.
Huge.
And so they'll line up here, sort of a pistol look of their own. One receiver out on each side. Hands off the middle. Graydon DeVinny powers forward there down at the 45-yard line. Big gain on the first down.
Number 40, Graydon DeVinny for an 8-yard gain.
2nd and
2.
So just a great downhill run by Graydon DeVinny. He's so physical, so big. Just another guy that just works his tail off in the weight room and just really lives for making contact and creating contact and being that guy that's going to enforce the contact. And it's so great as a Hinton Comet fan to look out there and see 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 20 guys like that are just going to continue to do that, Yeah,
and nice thing is when you get up big like this, you can start giving some other guys a chance to make some plays and see what you got,
Yeah.
And so they give the ball to Graydon DeVinny again.
Tackle by that guy.
Yes.
Flag on the play.
55.
Yeah, brought down by number 55, Kellen Lamar.
Yeah.
And a flag on the play. We'll see what that is.
Yep, holding.
Yep.
Number 65.
Yeah, and that's on that's on the
Comets.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, so that'll be on number 65. So of course that is Jacob Bonnywell.
Bonnywell.
2nd down.
And that's just a penalty where he's out there working hard to get out in front of the defensive lineman and create some space, and just happened not to go our way right there.
So to be, repeated down here.
Repeated down, yeah.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11. Again, no big deal. You know, they've been in a situation. Get yourself in a spot where you could be 3rd and short.
Yes.
And you're not in a spot where you have to pass the ball in a 3rd and long situation here. So I would imagine they'll do something, run the ball here, try to get themselves.
Levi keeping it right here, probably.
Yep, and that's exactly what he does. Runs up to the left side here. Not going to gain much, maybe a couple yards on the play. So looking at about 3rd and 9.
Levi Taylor.
So
that brings up 3rd down, 9 yards to gain.
So that's a safe play, getting the ball downhill, keeping it in your seniors' hands. Let's see what Coach Potter does right here. Let's see if he gets a little bit greedy, trying to keep that 1st down, keep the ball in our hands, or maybe, you know, like we say, we're at midfield. Maybe it's a situation where he goes for something short right here, making it a shorter 4th down situation so we can get a 1st down and continue to keep the clock running.
And if it looks to me like looking out wide there, number 80, want to give a shout out, Xander Furrow. I don't believe we've said his name tonight, and there he is playing out wide for the Hinton Comets. So snap. That's a handoff up the middle, and again, nice tackle play, nice tackle there.
Great job by the Oilers. A little late action right there.
To number 40.
I don't know if that's necessarily intentional. Just guys continue to play.
Pickup of 2 yards.
Of course, the Hinton faithful would like to have a flag right there, but you know, sometimes kids just keep playing, and by accident, kids fall over and just keep playing. And I believe Coach Potter's bringing them closer to end the quarter to get them in and talk about just really staying solid and not getting involved, as I said earlier, in any trash talking or anything like that, and keeping it clean.
Absolutely. So that's the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back here in just a moment for the start of the 4th. You're Hinton Comets leading 39-6. We're going to jump around while you take a commercial break. Powered by Squirtle right here on HintonComets.tv.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Fourth down, 7 yards.
And we're back here at Comet Field. Ryan Lytle back to punt. A good, solid high punt right here. Takes a Hinton Comet bounce, and it's out of bounds, I believe, at the 34-yard line.
The Merritt Oilers will take over.
So a smart decision right there by the Comets, just to go ahead and punt it away right there. Not worried about keeping the ball, just for the sole fact that we're up, 3 or 4 scores, 5 scores right here. Continue to make the clock run. Continue to contain the Merritt Oilers, and finish this game out with a good win, solid Week 1 win for the Comets. Nathan, did you happen to jump around during the break?
I did. I jumped all the way to the bottom. all the way to the top. I'm trying not to breathe heavy on the broadcast.
Yep.
Oh.
Outside run by the Oilers. Able to get out at the 43-yard line, it looks like.
And it looks like number 40, Graydon Devaney, is down as we got a...
Dakota Dallenberg, number 14.
As trainers are coming out to look at him, hopefully everything's okay as he's down on the far side of the field.
I would guess, it looks like they're already stretching him out. Yeah.
So again, we'll stay right here on HintonComets.tv. 11:53 remaining. Comets leading here in the 4th quarter, 39-6. So, kind of what are your thoughts so far on the game and our approach going in here to the 4th quarter to close this one out?
Just great execution by the Comets. They've limited any chance of turnovers and stuff like that on the offensive end. They've controlled the tempo of the game. Anytime you can control the tempo of the game and be in control of the game, it's going to go well for your team. Right here, you just want to finish the game out strong and get these guys out healthy and get on to the Hinton Fair. Is that right? The Hinton Fair is going on this weekend?
Absolutely. Started Thursday night, rolling Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we got a lot of action going on here in Hinton this weekend.
Our softball team was in action today. I believe they were at the Arapahoe tournament. They were coming through the losers bracket, won the first 2 games, lost the third one, I believe, in kind of a close contest. You know, those girls have been playing hard, surviving the heat. Mr. Homan's been out there. And,
ironically against Merritt.
Ironically against Merritt, yes. It's just been a really good season so far for the Lady Comets, and I believe they've got a action-packed week next week.
Yeah, I tell you what, we get a little feeling on what's going on this week. We got Monday. We got 3 big district matchups for the Hinton Lady Comet softball team. We got Monday. We're going to be going to Fairview. Of course, that'll be on HintonComets.tv. That's a district game. Then Tuesday, the rival matchup, the 2 teams that butt heads every single time, every year. It's a fun game. It's Amber Pocasset at home on a Tuesday. Big matchup. We want everybody to get out there, get loud, get crazy, come support it, because these are the kind of games that are for first or second generally in this district. Then Thursday, they're going to be popping on the road down to Apache. They lost the first one at home. It was a close game, 4-zip, came down to 1 inning. So again, they're going to go on the road, try to get a little revenge, try to split it 1-1, and you really need to go 2-1 at best on the week to have a shot at first or second. 3-0 would definitely get you at a spot for first place. 2-1 probably has you sitting at second, and so they need to split the week in either 2-1 or 3-0. So you're right at about the halfway point of this season. The games are really starting to matter. You're getting into the thick of your district play, and so just big opportunity. And of course, all these games will be on HintonComets.tv, and if you can't watch it on there, come out and get loud and support. Come travel, come watch, because this is your season right here this week.
Yes, and hopefully the Lady Comets, getting a couple victories today. I saw they put up some runs. I know I've been talking with Mr. Holman, and they've been kind of struggling with putting up runs last week a little bit, and they were able to get back on the right track, putting runs on the board, and they're so good defensively. If they'll just put up runs, they can continue to win those 3 games next week, and like you said, get to the top of the ranks of the district, and hopefully get a good draw for the playoffs, and see how deep they can make a run, and like I said earlier, get out there and support those Lady Comets.
Absolutely. So Graydon Devaney walking off mostly under his own power, it looks like, almost completely. So hopefully everything's all right with him. He's gotten a lot of action, gotten a lot of here in the second half, gotten a lot of action, kind of wincing a little bit. So we hope that he's going to be all right. So, all right, we're back in action here. So clock rolls, snap. Hand off up the middle, cuts back to the right side. Brought down by a pair of Comets in there. Hunter Helms helping out with the assistant on the tackle.
Hand off to number 13, Caden.
And I also believe that is number 14, Dakota Dollenberg, whose name's been said the first time tonight.
And number 4,
so getting some PT out there.
Yeah, for sure.
That's short of the line to gain, brings up 3rd down, 1.
Got to continue to get penetration by the defensive line right there, and get back to what was really successful for us early in the game defensively, and that's your linebackers covering in situations and containing the quarterback. You contain the quarterback right here, you'll finish the game all right, and we'll get out of here with a good Comet victory, hopefully.
Almost looks like a cover 2. Oh, they're going to change here as he draws back in. And, he's going to be met right there. A flag on the far side of the play. Met by 3 Comets, led, of course, by Hunter Helms.
Yes, once again.
Toss to number 7.
Craig Head was in there, Craig Head, and then number 7.
Down for a loss by
number
7
for the Comets, Crease Douglas. Yeah, Crease, yes.
4, Hunter Helms.
Just a great job swarming to the football right there by the Comets. Got a flag on the play.
Illegal shift.
Yeah, I was going to say. The running back moved at the same time that the receiver was in motion. That's called an illegal shift. You can only have one guy in motion at a time. I think that's something they might be trying to get away with because they've done it a couple times tonight. And what they're doing is they're getting that running back out there to be a lead blocker.
6 from the 39-yard line.
I think in the last few drives, just penalties have been very costly.
Fans, it's the 4th quarter. Let's make some noise for the Comets.
You're trying to find something to build on late here, and they've made some good progress in the last couple of drives, but a lot of times that's just stalled here in the second half with penalties. So again, I don't want to say double, triple penalties because we had almost none in the first half, but definitely more of a normal display of what you see in a game here in the second half.
The penalties have definitely opened up in the second half.
Snap, drops back to pass. Gets that in. It looks like a little miscommunication on a couple crosser routes.
Complete, intended for number 8, Taylor Frazier. That brings up 4th down.
defensive
Looked
tackle.
like a mesh concept.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. And it was weird. The offensive tackle was kind of about 4 or 5 yards up the field. Maybe that was his miscommunication, because I think the guy crossing actually ran into him and caused that miscommunication. And almost, I thought maybe Jack was going to get that ball sneaking through the receiver's arms and kind of fall into it, but it just got enough skin on it, I guess, to keep it from falling right to Jack.
4th down. Let's run.
So again, Comets getting loud and proud. Starting to shake, starting to rumble up here. If you see a camera vibrating, that's because we're making noise over here. That ball got it down on 4th down. So again, that's incomplete.
Brought down by number 68,
Thomas Strother.
That's you big man, number 68, Thomas Strother.
What I like to call the train conductor,
Yes.
Thomas Strother.
Hey, we're assigning nicknames up here this year. So as the season goes along, we'll see what plays are made, and I tell you what, I like that name.
The train conductor.
I like that.
If not, we'll call him the train for short. You know,
the train.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he was able to get up there and extend his arms so hard to throw over a big 6'5", 6'6" guy coming at you. I can only imagine what that quarterback was seeing right there. Obviously, nothing but Thomas.
And that's something Seth Spady did a lot of last year.
Yeah,
They kind of mimic here, using your size and your length to get your arms up and bat down a ball. You know, kind of J.J. Watt the ball there a little bit. You know,
J.J. Swat.
J.J. Swat.
We're all about the nicknames tonight.
All right, first down here as they close this one out. Hands it off to Hunter Helms. Good move there, Bucket. Got it. 1 more to break. You can't bring him down. Takes 3 there. Gain of 15 for a first down. Comets.
Wow. 4th quarter.
Result of the run.
I mean,
touchdown, Comets.
I believe that's the 5th guy we've had carry the ball tonight. When you can go to a 5th guy and he's going to burst off a run like that, man. And we haven't even used our receivers to hand off or anything like that. It's just so great to see.
We've had Jake Wright carry the ball. We've had Trevor Rodman carry the ball. We've had Graydon Deviney carry the ball. We've had Hunter Helms carry the ball.
Our quarterback.
Our quarterback has carried the ball. There's a lot of
Also
weapons.
the conductor.
Yes, yeah. Also the touchdown run.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
by the train man himself. So.
Is that Hunter still back there in the backfield? Yep.
Yeah, yes. Hunter Helms sitting in the backfield and hands it right off to him as he's going to slice and dice, cuts in the inside, and falls forward for a gain of about 3 on the play.
Yep.
Hunter Helms, gain of 4, 2nd down.
So I was expecting to see maybe Graydon taking some snaps at quarterback, but obviously with his cramp situation, we might not see that tonight. So Levi's still out there taking the snaps with the big lead and just securing the football, like I said earlier, and trying to finish off this football game. Seen a lot of guys come in and out at this point. Got some younger guys out there at the wideout position. It looks like our line is still the same group of guys.
Yeah, and of course, want to give a shout out to number 28 for playing out wide, Dylan Ingram.
Yes.
Just kind of give a shout out here, and of course, number 8, Colton Helms.
Younger brother.
So yeah, a couple Helms on the field, and hands it out to Hunter Helms to the left side, finds a gap, powers forward. He's going to gain about 3 more to put that in 3rd and manageable.
Carried on the play by number 4, Hunter Helms.
What's number 3's name from
gain of 2,
Merritt again?
Oh, yeah, that would be Riley Herndon.
I tell you what, that guy's a good player, Nathan. Yeah. He's made a lot of plays on the defensive end. He's been in on a lot of tackles. If he gets in space, man, he's a good player. That's something to look forward to for the Merritt Oilers down the road is, maybe get him the ball some more. The slot guy that had come across the middle a couple times, the running back, quarterback. There's been a lot of good things for the Oilers that they can build off here. Obviously a lot for the Comets and a great week 1 showing so far for the Comets.
One receiver out on each side. Snap, handoff up the middle. Trevor Rodman has some space. Touchdown, Comets! Sails easily, just about untouched. Trevor Rodman. Make that 3 touchdowns on the night for Trevor Rodman.
Just an exclamation point for is Trevor a senior, is that right?
Trevor Rodman is a senior, yes.
Yes, great exclamation point on the night for Trevor. Mr. Lytle's going to get another chance to get an extra point kick through.
Excuse me, I got to make a correction. He is a junior this year.
Junior, okay, yes, sir.
Yes, he is a junior.
I knew he was right up there, on a precaution type of deal.
And so that's good news for the Comets, too, because they will have several players. We do have some very important seniors that will be graduating this year. And so that junior class is really going to have to step up, and that's one of your guys, Trevor Rodman, who's a junior, that they will be very dependent on next year as he gets out there, tries to block it.
Point after
up and through, baby.
But the iron leg gets it through anyway. Ryan Lytle with the extra point. to put the Comets up 46-6. Not much to complain about here. 8:11 remaining in the fourth. We will be right back here in just a moment on HintonComets.tv.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies.
All right, a pair of Oilers back to receive the kick. Ryan Lytle
to receive the kick.
Kicking for the
Ryan
Comets.
Lytle.
And, of course, one of those being Herndon, the player we just kind of talked about, number 3 a second ago. All right, lowers the boom. Here we go. And that's fielded by Herndon, who's going to carry this one out, follows his block, cuts out right. Good job here, good return as he's past the 40 and brought out of bounds by 3 Comets. And
flag on the
a late flag led by Levi Taylor.
To the 41-yard line by number 3, Riley Herndon.
And I'm going to bet they guess that's a late hit out of bounds, which, again, you like to see the effort.
Yeah.
Can't say that's, kind of understand that call a little bit.
Yeah. Still, in my opinion, we've got to have a louder whistle out of the guys in stripes, man. I think they've called the game pretty well tonight, but a louder whistle just to kind of get that shut down so there's not a late hit. Did they blow off the flag right there?
Personal foul.
Personal foul, yeah, okay.
Hit out of bounds, 15-yard penalty. First down, Merritt, Oilers.
And again, a pretty good return, and then you tack on 15. Next thing you know, you're on the opposite side of the 50. So it's a penalty you don't want to see. And then, of course, falling off a good return. So they're going to get pretty good field position here to start. We'll see if they can make anything out of it. At this point, you're trying to salvage. Moving on, what can you do for next week? What's some good takeaways you can get from the game? Just kind of learn and grow in this situation. So.
And really, the first time all night, the Oilers have had this good field position,
Yeah. Trips left. Rolls out left. Tries to find a man open. He's going to let it fly. He does. Just in off the hands. Throws a little bit behind. Intended for number 7, Tyler Adams.
Tyler Adams.
So that's that flood look we talked about earlier. A really nice pattern. It's so hard for a quarterback at this age to throw across their body and put it on the money when the receiver's going away from him. But still, not a bad ball, put it on his hands. He just happened to miss it, and good for the Comets that he did miss it. And we're looking at 2nd and 10 right here.
Yes, and like you said, you were talking about, just for those at home, the flood concept, that's usually ran out of like a bunch formation or trips left or right.
Yep.
And, the whole point of that is to kind of get confusion, multiple different routes, and kind of get a man open. So it's just a route concept.
Quarterback keeper
right here. On the keeper, cuts back inside, needs to make one man miss. Bass, Clifton, Craighead down on a stiff arm. Stiff arms 2, cutting back inside. Great play here. I have to give a little appreciation.
Oh, yeah.
Tell you what.
Got another Comet down right here.
On the run.
And it looked like that was Clifton Craighead that was stiff arm down, and Roderick Sowers maybe on the far side.
He's good. Had a pad out of place, it seems like.
4, Hunter Helms. First down.
Sometimes a stiff arm like that will just hurt the ego more than anything.
Yeah, definitely.
It'll be all right. It happens to everybody.
Yeah. It's just guys hustling after a play and stuff like that, and when you dive, you're going to get stiff-armed, and sometimes it's successful, sometimes it's not, and just got to get up, move on, and once again, a situation where the Comets are backed up into a corner where the Oilers have got up in the inside the 10. We'll see if the Comets can stand strong yet again.
And this is usually where teams that play good interior defense that stop the run well, they really benefit a lot here because you're playing with a short field, and he kind of flicks it out right here as Hunter Helms comes in there for the tackle, brings him down. Hunter Helms.
Pass to number 13, Caden.
No, sir.
By number 4, Hunter Helms for a loss on the play.
Just a great play by Hunter. You know, he had the interception earlier, Johnny on the spot right there, and just like a hound dog sniffing that little screen play by the, I guess that's a flare pattern by the running back right there, more of just a pitch play.
Yeah.
And Hunter able to beat his guy off the block and able to get in there and make it a very, very important tackle.
Yeah, I guess you call that kind of like a swing route, right?
Yeah, swing route.
A little swing route.
Yeah.
All right, pistol formation, 2-by-2 as they're backed up following the big play by Hunter Helms. Hands off up the middle. Powers there forward, gets them a little bit closer now on about the 6-yard line as they basically gain back a little bit more than what they lost.
Caden Smith brought down by number 14, Dakota Dallenberg, and number 11, Jack Brookshire. That brings up 3rd down and goal.
Looks like the Comets have entered another defensive lineman. Is that Lytle that came in for Crease, I think?
Yes.
Fans, it's 3rd down. Let's rumble!
Number 77, Ryan Lytle here on the near side. Down to the DE position.
Again.
Yep. Playing out kind of in that 9 technique, playing on that outside shoulder. Hands it up there. Down! Thomas Strother.
Big hit, number 68.
Wow.
Thomas Strother.
I don't know if you were a WWE fan ever, but that looks
4th
like the giant Andre.
That was a pile driver.
Yeah, pile driver jumping on top of Hulk Hogan or something like there. Just a throwback right there. That's awesome. Strother's such a big human.
He is a large man, but strong though.
Yeah, he's so quick off the ball.
Fast and strong.
Some things you can't teach. That would be 2 of those things right there, you know.
You know, and even just kind of look at him next to the rest of the defensive line, and those are some big boys on the defensive line.
Yeah.
He kind of towers over his tall.
Let's make some noise.
You know, they got him listed. I believe they have him listed on this at 6'4", and he looks every bit of 6'4". I mean,
with that helmet, he's about 7 foot.
Flicks it out here, right down. Number 21, Trevor Rodman.
How about a football game for Trevor Rodman, man?
Flag on the field.
You know, Trevor's got about 4 or 5 tackles now, 3 touchdowns. Got to be inching close to 100 yards rushing on the night. Just a great night for the junior Trevor.
So we're waiting here upon the flag call. This flag was in the middle of the field by looks like the backside judge might have thrown the flag.
Pass interference on the defense.
Pass interference.
Yep.
Defense.
You called it.
Not sure exactly what we had there. I don't know. It may have been one of the deep routes, maybe where they had the pass interference. It looked like everything up front was pretty good. Go ahead, though.
Should be half the distance to the goal, correct?
Yep. First down.
First down. The bad part is it's first down.
Yeah, new set of downs.
And half the distance to goal here. So, again, Comets have only given up 6 points here. You'd like to see if you can make a stand. This is going to be a tough situation. If those of you just watching, just tuning in, 4:53 remaining. Comets leading big here, 46-6. But, you know, coaches, they don't look at this. It's not so much the scoreboard to them. It's all the facets of the game. And I guarantee it's going to bother them if they give up the score here. It's something they will talk about, you know, when they go through their film on Sundays and stuff. They will talk about it. So, as he's met there, ball is out! Fumble. And the ball's picked up. Fumble. Recovery by number 70, Milo Gonzalez.
Wow. How about a turn of events for the Comets right there?
And make that not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 turnovers for your Hinton Comets.
Yep. And just a great heads-up play by Milo to get on that ball. And really, if whoever got him on the shoestring right there, if they don't catch him on the shoestring, that's another big man making it to the end zone for the Comets, man.
I only wish. I only wish how that had happened.
In the words of Chris Berman, that would have been a rumbling, bumbling, stumbling run right there.
I might have jumped out of this press box if that happened.
Comets take over at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
I can't have you leaving me, Nathan, because I can't do the play-by-play by myself, man.
Hey, all right, so, you know, on a more serious note, looking at this 4:35, this is part of the situation we want to see. Can we make this the last drive of the game? You really need about 3 first downs, perhaps. You get 2 or 3 first downs, run the ball, you can run the clock out, and get out of here with a big win, keep everybody healthy.
Yep. Who's is that our second string quarterback in there right now?
I believe it is. Yep. That would be number 14, Dakota Dallenberg.
Yes, Dakota.
Dallenberg.
So yes, kind of getting a look here. QB2.
Yep. This is good for these younger guys to get a look right here, get some game time. You know, and helps you develop your future.
Yeah.
We got some new linemen in the game. Got some receivers in the game.
Comments.
Who's at running back right now?
We got Diego Gonzalez playing out there at left tackle.
Yep. Big Diego. Talk about a guy that just made huge gains throughout the summer. Diego cut down a lot of weight and was in the weight room every single morning. Super proud of that guy. Great, great kid, too.
And set. Keeps it. Cuts back inside. Good play there as a pair of Oilers in on the tackle. Look like number 7 and number 8.
On the play, number 14.
Or excuse me, yep, number
Dakota
14. Or no, excuse me, 14 with the hat. Sorry, I had the wrong
Loss
number
on
there.
The play of 2 sets up 3rd down.
Some more substitutions. 33.
Yeah, it's always odd when you see single digits making those kind of interior tackles.
for sure.
That's what has me off there. But it looks like those was made by Taylor Frazier and Tyler Adams on the play for the Oilers.
Traditionally, those are big number guys. You know, as the years have passed, it seems like more and more guys are getting smaller numbers.
Yeah. And you can tell they're really stacking the box here. I believe they got 8 in the box right now.
8, and really the 2 cornerbacks may as well be considered in the box too. Nice little run right there, able to cut it up a little bit. A little action after the play there.
Quarterback keeper on the play, number 14, Dakota Dallenberg. Gain of 2, and that brings up 4th down.
Again, you got 2 goals with that. Number 1, you're wanting to get some other guys, like you said, some second, third stringers, some PT in the event of injuries and just preparing for the future. You know, and the second thing you want to do is you want to chew clock here. So, pretty good job by the Oilers as they're going to get a quick 3 and out here. Not very often. I don't know how many times we've said a 3 and out tonight. It's been very rare. I think maybe the second time tonight that we've had a 3 and out with 2:28 remaining. So, Ryan Lytle, of course, back to punt.
Ryan has done a great job kicking tonight as far as handling all the special teams work for the Comets. He's punted well. You know, he's turned the field over. We talked earlier about turning the field over.
Timeout, Hinton, their second of the half.
Go ahead, we got a timeout.
All right, so we will be right back here in just a moment on HintonComets.tv.
Tactics and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success.
All right, here we're going to make a quick cut back here. I want to talk to you guys just a little bit about the up-and-coming football schedule here. Of course, we talked a little bit about softball. The next week, big game. They're going to be, of course, not quite into district play. That comes in the second half of the season, but they're going to be on the road. Snyder, that's down in southwestern Oklahoma. Long drive, can't make it. Of course, going to be on here on HintonComets.tv. That starts at 7. Then another road game against Tennessee the following week. That starts at 7 as well. Then we're back home for a home matchup against Carnegie. So 2 road games, and then we get to be right back home. And I believe that night is homecoming night. So either that one or the following game against.
CHA.
Yeah, against CHA. Yeah, Christian Heritage. Yeah. So I believe. So they're just kind of scheduled for the next few weeks. So.
And as we get into Carnegie, I believe that's district play.
Yes.
Great punt. Wow.
Wow, that's going to take a nice roll. And down by, of course, Trevor Rodman.
Yes.
Big punt all the way to the 34 by Ryan Lytle.
Ryan Lytle's done a fantastic job tonight.
Unreal job, man. And really kind of taking that over this year. Was he the punter last year?
You saw some action, yes, last year. But really kind of taking it over full throttle this year.
Yes. He's done a great job. His kick, you know, he showed a lot of talent with that. He's done a squib kick tonight. He's kicked it deep every time he's needed to. 2 or 3 good punts. You know, he's made 4 extra points.
Yeah, I believe he's only missed 2 extra point attempts.
And one of those makes that he had was a tipped extra point as well. You know, that's kind of like a golfer hitting it out of the deep rough. You know, it's extremely hard to do, and just powering through it with them strong legs of his.
Tell you what, Coach Holman's going to like that reference. You brought up golf.
Yes.
We found a way to inject golf into this broadcast tonight.
Now, if you and Coach Holman can get that done during basketball, we'll see what we got going there.
So just kind of want to give one more mention here. Got the fair going on this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Went out there last night. Went down the Okie Zip. I just want to talk for a second about that. You know, the Okie Zip, it's something the town has poured a lot of money. Jim Sires works very hard on that. You got to get out there and give it a shot. The fair itself, our fair is fantastic, but I tell you what, that thing is a grand display. Of course, it used to be in the state fair, and they took it out several years ago, back in like
7,
yes. And there was even a segment on Channel 4 KLFR about it, on the This Is a Great State or What. And I tell you what, the town is super proud of that. I'm super proud of that. I got to slide down that thing Thursday afternoon, and it is oiled up.
It's ready
and
to go.
You will fly down that slide.
I was able to experience the Hinton Fair for the first time last night. I worked the concession with the basketball boys, and the baseball boys finished it up for us. And it was really a great time, man. Anytime you can get out in the town and see the kids that you teach every day, it's so fun, and just the enjoyment on their faces. There was the talent show last night as well. It seemed like that went all right?
Absolutely. We had fun, put on a good show for everyone.
Awesome, awesome.
All right, 2x2. Pistol formation there. Interesting on the snap. Throws it back, cuts for number 43. Ball out too far.
Some new guys in there for the Oilers, I believe.
Yeah, that was Cade Martin in there that time.
Okay. Is that the quarterback?
That was sorry, on
yards to gain.
Sorry, I mentioned it on their side. The Oilers pass intended for Cade Martin, who I believe I'm seeing in the game for the first time.
Yeah.
And then of course,
number 10. That's
of course, we've got Ty Orton in for us at number 85. That was covering out there on the cornerback's position.
And then our safety down here.
Yes, down at safety. Yep, of course, that's number 28. That's Dylan Ingram playing back there at safety. And then, of course, you have Xander Furrow, who has played some in this game, who's kind of slided back in to cover that slot. So,
see, we got Diego in on the tackle right there.
And off to number 7, Tyler Adams, brought down by number 52, Bo Brookshire.
Yeah, and there the freshman, Bo Brookshire, who, for those of you that don't know, is the brother of number 11, Jack Brookshire. So
pretty cool for the Brookshire family to have a senior son out there playing right alongside his freshman brother, man. You don't get to see that very often. That's, as a family, that's really, really cool. A testament to those guys.
And I tell you what, I have had both of those boys in class. I had 2 of them in choir. You can't find a better set of boys.
Yes,
just good athletes, but good human beings, just great all-around young men.
And another set of brothers we had out there earlier, both the Helms brothers. Who's that side?
Oh, my goodness, that's Jack Brookshire.
That brings up 4th down.
Tell you what, Coach Potter's doing a great job of getting enough guys in there to where they're getting some burn, but also keeping guys in there so you don't give up anything big. And like we said earlier, you want to continue to get better at things like this, like tackling and running down and seeing plays and stuff like that. A great opportunity in week 1 for the Comets.
Yes, and I tell you what, Jack Brookshire, I know he's wearing the number 11, but he's got to get close to. Is that how many tackles he's going to get?
I think he might be up there around 11, 12, 13. Just a great game. Oh, great tackle by
right down there. Stand down.
Big tackle in the backfield.
I tell you what, number 65. That's old Jacob Bonnewell.
Bonnewell in the house, man. Bonnewell in the house. You talk about a fun guy, man. Jacob Bonnewell, just a fun guy. I got to meet him over the summer, and just a testament to him making a big player out there. A guy that just works hard all the time and is always where he needs to be. Very coachable kid, and you can't ask for much more than that. You know what I'm saying?
And I tell you what, you wouldn't believe what he looked like 2 or 3 years ago. Now that kid has grown.
Total body transformation.
Right to our feet and show up some support.
Is it over already, man? I had such a blast. I could stay here all night, man.
I'm telling you what, and I hope the fans at home have had a good time, because we sure have up here as they're getting ready to close this one out.
Big shout out to the coaching staff, man. Just a great job, great game plan, and way to come through and execute by the players. Just overall a super, super big win for the Comets tonight.
Yes, and of course Dakota Dollenberg in there on the old victory formation, snap and kneel, as we're going to get, that should be the last one with the play clock on 32 seconds. 26 seconds remaining in here. So, again, your Comets open up this season against the Merritt Oilers with a big win, getting the job done, 46-6. Of course, we want you guys to hang around. We got a new segment this year, our post-game segment. We're going to bring the head coach of the Hinton Comets football team, Grant Potter, up here for our post-game segment. So, again, if you have any questions, anything you want to send in, we're going to be starting this actually very soon.
We're going to be your Hinton Comets 46, Merritt Oilers 6.
We're going to be using social media in some brand new ways. So we're going to actually have at some point some interactive ways that you can communicate, maybe ask some questions, drop something in on the segment. But tonight is the debut of our post-game segment with Coach Grant Potter. So he'll be up here in just a moment. So as they shake it out, as they kind of celebrate here, as they talk it over with the boys, we will be right back here in just a moment for the start of the post-game show on HintonComets.tv.
Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
2 words, cashback. 2 more words, you're welcome. Remember that jar in your dresser where you would throw your loose change at the end of the day? Then occasionally.
All right, I want to welcome you back here to the start of the post-game show. We'll have Coach Potter up here in just a few minutes. Want to bring a little statsy here at the game. Toss it on over. What's our stats look like on the night?
So if you pay attention to the stats tonight, passing-wise, I think we had it somewhere around 50, 60, 70 yards passing. Levi was very efficient with his passing tonight. We didn't ask him to do that a whole lot, which is always great because you're able to run the football. But he had 1 passing touchdown to Braden Strong and a couple other passes mixed in there. Rushing-wise, Levi had 2 touchdowns, I believe, so 3 total touchdowns for him. The quarterback keeper early in the game, and before that, the 10-yard run, I believe, that got him in the end zone. We managed to talk about Trevor Rodman the entire night. On the tackle side, he had a bunch on the defensive side. Got 3 touchdowns on the offensive side. All great runs. Outside is where he kind of did his work tonight, bouncing so quick on the outside. And then can't forget about the big man, Thomas Strother, train conductor, getting in there on the big touchdown. We'll talk about turnovers on the defensive side. Roderick Sowers had the turnover touchdown, pick-6 reception, and just a great heads-up play by him. A bunch of tackles made by him tonight also. Hunter Helms had a pick. Milo had just big plays all night. Milo was able to strip the football and recover the fumble earlier in the game. So the first half is where a lot of those happened. Second half was kind of cleaned up on the turnover side. A few turnovers on downs, so I believe we had 7 total turnovers tonight if you count the turnovers on downs. 3 on the fumble side, 2 on the pick side, and the 2 on the turnover on downs. A complete game for the Comets tonight. Field goal kicking was unreal. Our special teams were great. Handled the ball. No turnovers for the Comets tonight. I mean, how many times can you go into a game and create that many turnovers on the defensive side and not turn any over on the offensive side? As I said earlier, amazing execution by the Comets tonight. It's just a fun way to start the year. Some of our stats aren't completely finished yet. We'll get to those later. You'll be able to see those down the road. Coach Potter will be posting those in places and stuff like that. But as I said earlier, just an overall, just dominant, great way to start for the Hinton Comets in the 2022-2023 football season.
All right, so the start of our post-game show here. We'll be right back in just a moment with a post-game interview from the head coach of the Hinton Comets, Grant Potter, right here on HintonComets.tv.
You take the jar to the bank to have it counted and enjoy a bit of a surprise to find there is more in there than you thought. That's Square One Banking, the account with a virtual money jar, and it's offered exclusively by Legacy Bank.
The industry.
Christianity is about walking by faith, living with hope, and sharing our love. And the greatest of these is love. We love God, our neighbors, and one another, and we would be delighted for you to come share the love of God with us at the Hinton Church of Christ, 307 South Spencer in Hinton, Oklahoma. Join us on Sundays for Bible classes for all ages at 9 a.m., worship at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., and midweek Bible study on Wednesdays at 7 p.m.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Stream with Pioneer iVideo and more. Live, recorded, on demand, all in HD. Easily find and watch your favorite shows and movies. Anywhere, on any device, perfect for the entire family. And easy to use. Enjoy Pioneer iVideo today.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training,
All right, I want to welcome you back here live to the post-game show. Up here, of course, with the head coach of the Hinton Comet football team, Grant Potter, coming off a big 46-6 win. Coach Potter, what's your biggest takeaway from the dub this evening?
I was really pleased with the way our guys came out, played aggressive, played physical. Felt like we were, from start to finish, I felt like we played really well on the offensive line, and our backs were attacking things downhill, receivers were getting in on their blocks. Defensively, we had some plays that we want to go back and fix, but we were aggressive and flying around the field. And, that the biggest thing for us that we talked about is just be aggressive in this first game. Go play, go get after them, and just see what happens. Make mistakes, but do it fast.
Yep, and one of the things I noticed, you preach so much about fundamentals, sound, clean football. Really, for almost an entire half, you had penalty-free football. And then the second half, of course, things changed a little bit. But you want to talk just a little bit about, how you feel like as far as a fundamental approach, limiting penalties, how y'all approach that game, how that went?
Yeah, you know what? Our philosophy and just about everything we do is we like to do things simple but not easy. And, and what I mean by that is we believe in fundamentals of everything we're doing, whether it's the weight room or out here. We want to be as fundamentally sound and do the little things right. And there were some penalties tonight that I'm not happy about, that our guys are going to know about, and we're going to get after them because we can't have personal fouls. You can't win, big games with personal fouls, and we're going to fix it and we're going to address it. A lot of them were like hustle and effort plays. It wasn't really like running their mouth or anything like that, but we want to fix that. We got to clean that up because those will cost you in big games. And you know, you could kind of see when we got tired that, you know, we kind of started reaching, or we, you know, did some things that we didn't do early on. And so that, you know, first game, you can't really get fully into football shape till you play a game. And they kind of saw tonight, like, hey, when we're tired, we've got to still execute those fundamental things. So, you know, that's something we'll work on this week in practice and try to clean it up even more. You know, our goal every week is to come out of there with no penalties. And, you know, didn't make that goal today, but we'll come back after it next week.
Absolutely. You know, one of the things I wanted to mention, too, and that you preach this year in and year out, is all about winning the turnover battle. 5-zip, I believe, today. Didn't give up any turnovers on one side of the ball. Had 5 turnovers defensively on the other side of the ball. Do you want to talk a little bit about the turnovers, how you feel about that?
Yeah, you know, I tell you, since Coach Wofford's been here, that's just been something that I've always known. He's a great defensive coach, and he's great at getting guys to the football. And when you get to the football, good things happen, you know, and it's huge. You know, for a team like us, everybody has their own philosophies. For us, running the football, being physical, stopping the run, getting turnovers, and controlling the clock, that's our game. And that's how we win. It's not flashy, it's not pretty, but it's how we win. And, you know, we've talked to the guys all summer about, if you will get the turnovers, it will give us a chance to put the teams in a bad situation. Because our thought is, you know, if we have a drive that goes 3 or 4 minutes, and then we get a turnover, now we knock another 3 or 4 minutes off the clock, and all of a sudden it puts the other team in a panic, and they're having to scramble and do things they may not want to do. So the turnovers are huge, and our guys have really taken pride in it defensively, of finding the football and going to make plays. And, you know, I just can't say enough about, number one, our kids' effort and buy-in on that, and then number two, the way Coach Wofford has led us in that direction, and the way our assistant coaches, you know, Coach Gaither, Coach McCray, Coach Burge, have all really got their guys honed in when they coach those individual position groups. That's a primary focus.
Yep. Well, I tell you what, we had a good time up here. We feel like we were saying, you know, one thing, the diversity of names, you know, whether it's Hunter Helms, whether it's Braden Strong, whether it's even Graydon Deviney. It seemed like we're saying, you know, Trevor Rodman, so many different names. Really, a lot of guys are throwing their hat in the ring, stepping up, making some big plays. Anything as far as a player that's really game one, week one, that popped on tape that you just were very proud of their performance tonight, that maybe you saw in practice but didn't know if it'd show up on game, and it did tonight?
You know, man, that's tough. I'll have to go back and watch the film. But, you know, I felt like, one, our offensive line played well. You know, Merritt, we knew they were going to come up and they were going to blitz a lot of people, and I would too if I was playing us. And they did that, and our offensive line did a great job of picking that up. We had very few just pure negative plays. We were able to get yards all the time. Our backs ran really hard. I mean, all of them. Just, they weren't going down on first contact. When we did throw, we were efficient. You know, we did what we needed to do in the passing game. You know, I'd like to get Roderick involved more and get him some more touches, because that's another guy that I think can help us a ton as we go. So, you know, I think our offense has got to continue to evolve, and guys got to keep stepping up and playing those roles. And that's something we have this year. We've got more skill guys that can make those plays.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, I was really happy there towards, you know, later in the fourth quarter. We put Dakota Dollenberg in there, and he goes in there and makes a great tackle. And we'd known as we went through the summer that, man, he was working out hard and he was getting bigger and stronger. And we thought, man, this kid might be ready to go. And he showed us tonight he's probably going to be able to contribute as we go through the season. So I'm really happy for him. Man, hard to single out any one guy, because so many of them just, you know, and I don't want to leave anybody out, because goodness, these kids are giving us their heart. They're giving us everything they've got, and we love them. We got great kids.
Absolutely. Hey, want to mention one thing too, and maybe you could talk about this since you see this every day in practice. One thing that really stuck out to me, you know, of course, senior Levi Taylor, quarterback. You know, you had Braden Strong running a go route on the right side of the field, just drops a dime in there. Of course, he had good space, but you want to talk a little bit about our senior? Is the kind? It looks like he's making progression. Has made some good plays with his arm. What are you seeing from a coach's perspective on your quarterback position?
Man, Levi he's throwing the ball so well. You know, I think a lot of people don't realize, because we ran the ball so much last year, but if you go back and look at our stats, Levi would have completed 72% of his passes last season. I mean, he was throwing the ball well last season. We weren't catching it well. And now we feel like we got 4 or 5 guys that can catch the ball, and it's making a huge difference for us. And, you know, our pre-practice, our pregame warm-up, everything looks smoother because we got guys catching the ball. But Levi's making great decisions. You know, the funny thing is they were playing up with their corner on Roderick's side. And I told Levi in between series, I said, hey, we're going to call Vert, and I want you to throw it to Roderick. He's like, okay. And when we got out there, they had backed off of Roderick and they pushed up on Braden.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if he saw it. I was just going to let him be a senior, let him see if he could figure it out. And he saw it instantly. And he threw it, and he came over. I said, "Hey, why'd you throw over here?" He said, "Hey, they came up here, backed off here." So he's getting it. And the best thing that I can say about Levi is he understands how we want to play. And he knows put the ball in place where our guys can make plays and protect the football. And he's done a great job. I mean, he's an ideal quarterback for what we try to do.
And I want to leave you with one more fun question. I'm curious to know, in the play with Thomas Strawberry, just kind of dives it up the middle. Does he say anything before going? I mean, what does he say? Anything? Give any expression? Anything? I mean, he knows he's about to chuck that in there for a big man touchdown. How's he feel rolling into the huddle on that?
He doesn't say much. The other guys get pretty fired up. Now, he'll come off and celebrate and everything, but it was funny. We worked on that for weeks last season before I trusted him enough to try it in a game, and he scored the 2 times we ran it last year, and he did it again tonight. So he came to me later in the game and said, "Hey, Coach, I'm 3 for 3 on touchdowns every time I carry it.
Give me the ball."
Yeah, give me the rock, Coach. Now I got all the other linemen saying, "Hey, when is it my turn?" So I may have opened a can of worms there. But real quick, though, I also just want to make sure before I don't want to let this slip through my mind, but with the first game, one thing that I always appreciate, and it, I probably don't say it enough, is when you look around here during a school day on the first home game, man, it's just one of my favorite days.
Yeah.
Because I drive around here, and we got flags up in the community. You come out here, and you've got custodians out here cleaning things. You got maintenance guys getting stuff ready. You got Booster Club putting up signs. I don't think people understand how many people are involved in this. Our quarterback club painted the logo in the middle of the field for us, so we don't have to do that. There's just so many people that contribute. On a day in, day out basis. You guys doing this up here, Coach Holman running back and forth between softball and being an AD. And, we just have so many people who contribute. So I want to make sure everyone knows that I see you and I appreciate you. And it's just, that's part of being a great community.
Absolutely. So next weekend, road tripping, 2 weeks of road tripping. Snyder on the road next week, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we got a pair of road games, and we come back at home. So, of course, one to comments, come on out, travel support. If you can't, both games, as well as all of our district and non-district play in football, going to be broadcasted right here on HintonComets.tv. We want to give you a big thanks, Coach Potter. Our new segment, the post-game segment, we'll bring in stats at you. We'll bring in interviews, as well as our halftime segment. We had, of course, Superintendent Marcy Derryberry on there today. Had a lot of fun with that. Each week we'll have a different person on there, and so want to get you guys involved too. And so just a final thanks as we close out this game on a big Hinton Comets win, 46-6, right here on HintonComets.tv.
Prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging work seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorse Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorse get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
2 words, cashback. 2 more words, you're welcome. Remember that jar in your dresser where you would throw your loose change at the end of the